Welcome to the fantasy audiobook. Everyone, the river god is weak. The Milky Way is also a river. Chapter 61. At this moment, a girl with bright eyes, white teeth, and ice-cold muscles came over, instantly attracting everyone's attention. As a girl who is the target of competition among major colleges, this appearance may very well be the time to make a decision. The top management of the Liu family hurriedly came to Liu Ruyan and handed over a notebook. "Miss, these are the admission commitments from major colleges. Please read them. We'll talk about this later." But Liu Ruyan didn't care about these admission commitments, and went straight to Bai Yuxuan. "Are you a representative of the Northern Military Academy?" "Yes." Bai Yuxuan nodded. He was a little surprised by Liu Ruyan's arrival, but he quickly calmed down. "After I joined the Northern Military Academy, can I form a permanent team with Liu Chuan?" Liu Ruyan directly said what she wanted most. For professionals, monster spawning and upgrading are essential. As long as she forms a fixed team with Liu Chuan, she can stay with him every day, and her relationship will heat up very quickly. And since Shu Luoxia and Liu Chuan were both gods of war, it was impossible for them to leave their own territory and follow them to the Northern Military Academy. With the distance advantage, even if Shu Luoxia is the god of war, she may not be able to compete with her. What's going on? Liu Ruyan didn't even take a look at our admission requirements. Just ask the people at the Northern Military Academy if they can form a team with Liu Chuan. Is it possible that a man is more important than his own future? Everyone in the major colleges was stunned. "What level are you at now?" Bai Yuxuan raised his eyebrows and smiled. He was not stupid. He naturally knew that Liu Ruyan came to Luxuan and was not from the Northern Military Academy at all. Level 12. Liu Ruyan released his aura. During the soul sacrifice battle, everyone received feedback on the level of the sacrifice spirit, and could kill a large number of high-level monsters, so everyone upgraded very quickly. As a college entrance examination candidate this year, your upgrade speed is indeed very fast, and your career score is also the highest SSS level. But it's not enough to form a fixed team with the junior commander. Bai Yuxuan told the truth. After Liu Chuan's second turn, he led the Ice Bear Legion and worked with Liu Chuan to explore the Ice Crab secret realm. In just one afternoon, Liu Chuan rose from level 30 to level 60. And Liu Ruyan is only level 12, how can she be qualified to team up with Liu Chuan, who is level 60? Even if her career rating is SSS level. As the representative of the Northern Military Academy crazy. As an SSS level Qingqiu Divine Envoy, Liu Ruyan was promoted to level 12 at a young age, but he is not even qualified to form a permanent team with Liu Chuan. SSS level professionals are like stars everywhere. And the representatives of the Northern Military Academy don't care about it, but they still want to suppress it. Representatives from all the major colleges were gloating over the misfortune, feeling that they had hope of recruiting Liu Ruyan again. Why? Liu Ruyan was a little unhappy, feeling that Bai Yuxuan was playing tricks on her. If even SSS level professionals are not qualified to form a fixed team with Liu Chuan, then it is even more impossible for SS level professionals. Moreover, as Liu Chuan is an auxiliary profession, it is impossible not to have any teammates, and he has always been a solo player. I can't make decisions for the little commander, and I can't give you the commitment you want. But when you enter the Northern Military Academy, you will definitely have many opportunities to contact the junior commander. As long as you can keep up with the little commander and form a fixed team with him, it won't be a problem. Liu Chuan's potential and growth rate are secrets of the Northern Military region, and even the other three gods of war in China cannot find out. It was impossible for Bai Yuxuan to expose Liu Chuan's true situation. Okay. Liu Ruyan nodded and still decided to join the Northern Military Academy. With her strength and potential, even if there is no commitment, she will definitely be able to form a permanent team with Liu Chuan. This is her confidence as an SSS level professional. Is it fake? The attitude of the Northern Military Academy is so bad, but Liu Ruyan still agreed. Is it worth it for a man? Even if you don't care about your own future. The representatives from all major colleges were stunned, especially the representatives from the Southern Military Academy. The price he offered was very high, and Liu Ruyan was destined to win. In the end, all his efforts were in vain because of Liu Chuan. Is it possible that Liu Chuan's 48 billion points were earned through his own ability? The representative from the Southern Military Academy had a very scary guess. Lu Ruyan entered the soul sacrifice battle with Lu Chuan, and she must know more about Lu Chuan than they did. Combined with what Bai Yuxuan said, Lu Chuan's career is definitely not as simple as he imagined. Northern Military District, Northern Town Hall. After arriving home, Kunpeng, with wings spread like clouds, transformed into the size of a parrot and stood on Lu Chuan's shoulder with an obedient expression. The little commander is back. The senior leaders of the human race were very excited, and they were all welcoming Lu Chuan's arrival. Every time a competitive copy appears, it is accompanied by great opportunities. As the strongest genius in the history of the human race, Lu Chuan will definitely win the first place in the competitive copy and gain great benefits. Therefore, they are looking forward to Lu Chuan's return all the time. 48 billion points, still a cliff-shattering lead. He is worthy of being the son of my heaven-destroying god of war. Lu Junlin was overjoyed and smiled so much that he couldn't even open his mouth from ear to ear. Lu Chuan's points were more than 900 times more than those of the second place. Not to mention the other three gods of war, even he who knew Lu Chuan was confused. Judging from the gap between Lu Chuan and other gods of war, he can definitely be called the Youth Supreme. In just 3 days, the little commander harvested a level 110 monster, and the bloodline level is very high. As expected of the owner of 48 billion points, everyone's eyes were quickly attracted to Kunpeng. When they performed the detection operation, they were quickly shocked by Kunpeng's attribute panel. The blood volume of 48 billion is exactly the same as the little commander's points. Coupled with the Tongsheng skill, Kunpeng can quickly recover his injuries by consuming his own blood. It's equivalent to a small commander having 48 billion HP, plus the recovery ability of elementalization. Even if the young commander stands still, it is impossible for people of the same level to kill the young commander. And Kunpeng, as a level 110 monster, has very high basic attributes. Each item has 200,000 points, and it has very strong combat effectiveness. Kun and Peng have appeared in mythology. They can freely switch between Kun and Peng. They can be called mythical beasts. The higher-ups of the human race became more and more fond of Kunpeng's attribute panel as they looked at it. Many people, even though they were very young, they still caressed Kunpeng with their hands. Sun, Kunpeng's Northern Ming protective seal and Beiming sky covering technique sound very powerful. Come and show us your skills. Lu Junlin was looking forward to Kunpeng's skills. Okay, Lu Chuan nodded. After Kunpeng realized it, he decisively cast Beiming protective seal. The thick Beiming water was like silk and satin, wrapping his body completely. It looks good, but I don't know how it will actually work. Mr. Shah controlled his strength and punched Kunpeng. All damage is 50% immune, and the damage source can also reduce the attack speed, action speed, and spell casting speed by 60%. Mr. Shah's eyes lit up. Although Kunpeng's skills are not beyond the limit, there is a diminishing effect when faced with his fists. However, with his rich experience, he can still judge the actual effect of Beiming protective seal. With the Beiming protective seal here, Kunpeng is basically invincible at the same level. The little commander found a treasure. The top leaders of the human race loved Kunpeng even more. Kunpeng has high attributes and strong skills, making him an impeccable battle pet. More than that, my Beiming protective seal can also protect others. Kunpeng spoke human words, and the water of Beiming was like silk, wrapping the bodies of Lu Chuan and Sha Lao. Beiming protective seal is actually a group injury-free skill. Furthermore, Beiming protective seal can also reduce the attack speed, action speed, and spell casting speed of the source of damage. As long as all friendly units are protected by the Northern Ming protective seal, the enemy will have to endure powerful negative effects. The eyes of the top human race officials were bright. Kunpeng's blood volume is already high, a full 48 billion. Coupled with the defensive ability of Beiming protective seal, even if monsters and professions of the same level attack in groups, it will be difficult to kill Kunpeng. Moreover, Beiming protective seal can also be used on others. Coupled with the blood volume conversion of Tongsheng, Lu Chuan's life-saving ability will become stronger. Next is that Northern Ming sky overturning technique. Kunpeng flew out of the window, and the mighty water of Beiming rose into the sky like a tsunami, covering 100 miles in an instant. Every drop of these waters of the North Ming dynasty is extremely heavy, like a millstone. If the water of Beiming, which covers the sky and the sun, falls, it will definitely be a catastrophe. Beiming sky covering technique has high damage and wide range, coupled with the defensive ability of Beiming protective seal. Kunpeng is definitely the top monster in the 4th rank. The top leaders of the human race were full of praise. Next, Kunpeng also displayed other skills, all of which were remarkable. Dad, is there any news about the 9-life dryad? Lu Chuan looked at Lu Junlin. Killing the 9-life dryad alone within 10 minutes was his 3rd mission. Only by completing the 3rd transfer mission as soon as possible can he reach a higher level. Not yet, but according to the past refresh rules, it won't take 3 or 4 days for the 9-life dryad to refresh. Lu Junlin attached great importance to Lu Chuan's 3rd turn mission and was always paying attention to the movements in the Dark Night Forest. Okay, then I'll wait a little longer. Lu Chuan was not idle, silently using undercurrent to connect the major areas of the northern military region, especially the refresh point of the 9-life dryad. Dark Night Forest. Thousands of souls emerged from the ground and condensed into a boss-level monster as huge as a mountain and as tall as a tree. Name: 9-life dryad, boss level. Level: 90. HP: 30 million. Skills: Dark Tide, 9-life tree heart, root strike, flying leaf rainstorm, dark corrosion. The 9-life tree demon cast dark corrosion and the billowing black mist spread in all directions, causing the monsters in the entire Dark Night Forest to riot. The 9-life dryad has been refreshed. Be on alert, everyone is on alert. The people of the Junlin Legion were all busy, trying their best to resist the beast tide. Their duty is to maintain the flavor of the Dark Night Forest and prevent the monsters in it from causing trouble to everyone. And every time the 9-life dryad is refreshed, it will cause a huge tide of beasts, giving them a headache. The little commander wants us to control the 9-life dryad, but we don't know what the purpose is. After the group leader Yi Ziqiu contacted Lu Chuan, he decisively rushed to the source of the black mist. He didn't understand what Lu Chuan was doing, but as a soldier, he only had to carry out the orders. He couldn't afford it if it delayed the high-level plans. Level 99 Life Dryad. After seeing the 9-life dryad, Yi Ziqiu was stunned. With the strength of Junlin Legion, it can only deal with level 70 to 89 life tree demons. Once the 9-life dryad reaches level 80 or above, the Junlin Legion must get help from other legions to tide over the difficulties. And controlling the 9-life tree demon is much more difficult than killing the 9-life tree demon. In addition, the 9-life tree demon is as high as level 90, which is simply not something he can deal with. If the level 99 life dryad walks out of the Dark Night Forest, all life will be ruined. Let's try to contain it for a while and buy time for reinforcements from other legions. Yi Ziqiu gritted his teeth and led 300 elites to fight against the 9-life dryad. I like this appetizer very much. The 9-life tree demon smiled coldly, and the leaves on his body shot out like a heavy rain, piercing countless giant trees. Yi Ziqiu and others tried their best to dodge, but there were too many flying leaves and they could not escape at all, and their injuries became more and more serious. Captain, I can't hold on any longer. A defensive professional's blood volume is about to bottom out, and he has to stay away from the 9-life dryad. If he hadn't used defensive skills to block a lot of damage, other professions would have been unable to hold on. As expected, the level 99 life dryad is not something we can all deal with. Yi Ziqiu was still gritting his teeth and persisting. At this moment, Kunpeng fluttered its wings, and its tough claws instantly penetrated the body of the 9-life dryad, causing a lot of damage. A more powerful monster has arrived, with a level of 110. Everyone in the Junlin army panicked. Although Kunpeng was attacking the 9-life tree demon and seemed to be helping them, who could guarantee whether Kunpeng's next target would be them after killing the 9-life tree demon? It is difficult for them to deal with the level 99 life dryad, let alone the level 110 Kunpeng. Don't panic, this monster is my battle pet. Lu Chuan showed up unhurriedly. A level 110 monster is the little commander's battle pet. After hearing what Lu Chuan said, everyone was stunned. They can't even deal with the level 99 life tree demon, and Lu Chuan already has a level 110 battle pet. You don't need to interfere next. My 3rd mission is to kill the 9-life tree demon alone. In order to complete the job transfer task as soon as possible, Lu Chuan decisively used River God Domain. When River God Realm spread to Kunpeng's feet, Kunpeng's all attributes increased by 160%, and a how high impact destroyed the 9-life dryad. Ouch! The 9-life dryad howled miserably, with a large amount of black gas coming out of the bark, and was entering the second stage. When the 9-life dryad enters the second stage, the level 110 monster is waiting calmly and has no intention of attacking us. It seems that this rock is indeed the little commander's pet, and it is also very obedient. Yi Ziqiu said in shock. Little commander, your third mission is too difficult, it's actually a single kill of a 9-life tree demon. If it weren't for the help of level 110 battle pets, I'm afraid Chuji wouldn't be able to break through the third level in his life. As the leader of the Junline Legion, he does not have the ability to kill the level 99 life tree demon alone, but Lu Chuan can do it. Die. After the 9-life dryad entered the second stage, all attributes increased by 30%, and its strength became stronger. But Kunpeng, relying on his level advantage and the 160% increase in all attributes of River God Domain, can still beat the 9-life dryad. 1 minute passed, and the 9-life dryad entered the third stage. Another minute passed, and the 9-life dryad entered the fourth stage. Even if the 9-life dryad becomes stronger each time it enters a new stage, it is still no match for Kunpeng and is unable to resist. When the 9-life tree demon entered the fifth stage, Yi Ziqiu quickly reminded, Little commander, don't be in a hurry to kill him. When he enters the fifth stage, he will use 9-life tree heart, which is equivalent to having 9 lives. And every time the 9-life dryad is resurrected, the location where it appears is random. If he resurrects on the edge of the dark forest, he will cause great trouble. Even if your job transfer mission is to kill the 9-life tree demon alone, you still have to wait for reinforcements from other legions to arrive. I can't wait. My job transfer mission has a time limit. I have to kill it solo within 10 minutes. Lu Chuan shook his head. Is there still a time limit? Commander, are you serious? Yi Ziqiu was confused. It is impossible for a level 60 professional to kill the 9-life tree demon alone. If another professional takes over this task, it will definitely be impossible to complete it. As for Lu Chuan's job transfer task, he had to kill the 9-life tree demon alone within 10 minutes, and the 9-life tree demon that was refreshed this time was the highest level 90, which made the difficulty nearly 1,000 times greater. With such a difficult job transfer task, Tiandao was determined to make Lu Chuan stuck in the second job. Killing a level 99 life dryad alone in 10 minutes is impossible. Let alone level 90, even a level 79 life tree demon can't complete it. The people in the Junline army were sighing and felt that Lu Chuan was so unlucky. Kunpeng's strength is indeed very strong, but no matter how strong his output ability is, it will take time for the 9-life dryad to enter the next stage. During this time, he must wait patiently. Moreover, when the 9-life tree demon uses 9-life tree heart, it is similar to entering the next stage. It also takes time and will not be resurrected immediately. 5 stages, 9 resurrections. Even if you can kill the 9-life tree demon instantly with one move every time, you still have to wait 13 minutes. Coupled with the 9 resurrections of the 9-life dryad, the location is completely random, making it even more difficult to complete a single brush within 10 minutes. 9-life tree heart is really disgusting, but fortunately I have Legend of Nehi. Lu Chuan smiled, and the water from the Nehi river soaked into the body of the 9-life tree demon, making it forget the most important thing, 9-life tree heart. Killing me alone in 10 minutes. How arrogant. Even if you have a level 110 battle pet, you can't turn 3 times. The 9-life dryad smiled ferociously. It was tortured so badly by Kunpeng, so it naturally took this opportunity to vent its anger. It has 9 lives. Wait a minute, what is the name of my skill? Why can't I remember it? 9-life tree heart. After forgetting, it was completely confused. And it's not just 9-life tree heart, it also forgot Dark Tide and Flying Leaf Storm, which are both relatively critical skills. What's wrong with this 9-life tree demon? I feel like my brain is not working very well. I even forgot what my skills are called. Look at the skill bar of the 9-life dryad. The 9-life tree demon suddenly lost 3 skills, and one of them is the most disgusting, 9-life tree heart. Everyone in the Junline Legion was extremely shocked. They have been guarding the Dark Night Forest for more than 10 years and have encountered hundreds of 9-life tree demons, but this is the first time they have seen such a situation. Could it be that Lu Chuan could make the 9-life dryad forget his key skills? You are happy too early. Kunpeng smiled coldly and decisively used Water Strike 3000. Kakaka. The 9-life dryad's body collapsed, and sawdust splashed everywhere like water splashes. The 9-life dryad has been killed. Kill time. 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Ha ha ha, the 9-life tree demon died immediately without even using that 9-life tree heart once. The 9-life dryad died so simply, which made the people of Junline Legion very happy. When they were dealing with the 9-life tree demon before, every time the 9-life tree demon was resurrected, they would be busy. Lu Chuan, on the other hand, killed the 9-life dryad by himself in less than 7 minutes. This efficiency was impossible even for a rank 6 or rank 7 professional. At the same time, the legion who came to support rushed to the dark forest to help the forest-suppressing legion suppress the beast tide. Wang Yi, the leader of the Ice Bird Corps, asked, "How is the situation? Can the leader of the Junline Corps still hold on? The 9-life dryad this time is level 90. Our captain can't hold on for long. We also asked Captain Wang to rush to the core battlefield as soon as possible." The people of the Junline Legion were very anxious. Yi Ziqiu is the backbone of the Junline army, so they naturally don't want anything to happen to Yi Ziqiu. "Okay, I'll rush over right away." Wang Yi nodded, and then took out a military map. This map has a very powerful positioning function, which can accurately display the names and levels of monsters in the dark forest. Wait a minute, there is no level 90 monster on the map. Wang Yi was stunned. I originally wanted to find the 9-life dryad directly through the military map, but now I have no clue. Is it possible that the leader killed the 9-life tree demon's first life, and the 9-life tree demon is in the stage of resurrection? The people from the Junline Corps were very surprised. Previously, Yi Ziqiu couldn't even defeat the level 99 life dryad. Now Yi Ziqiu directly defeated the 9-life tree demon to the 5th stage and forced out that 9-life tree heart. What a huge improvement this is. Resurrection stage. Then I'll wait. Wang Yi always observes the military map and is ready to go at any time. However, he did not wait for the resurrection of the 9-life dryad, but waited for Lu Chuan and Yi Ziqiu. "Little commander, why are you here?" Wang Yi was very surprised. Lu Chuan smiled and said, "The 9-life dryad has been dealt with, you can go back." The 9-life dryad has been eliminated. How is this possible? Wang Yi was puzzled. He was running very fast and took action the moment he received the distress signal. It only lasted 8 minutes. How could the 9-life dryad be eliminated? Little commander, you may not know much about the 9-life dryad. The 9-life dryad not only has 5 stages, but also 9 lives. It must be killed 14 times before it dies completely. And it takes time for the 9-life dryad to enter the next stage and be resurrected. The waiting time alone is far more than 8 minutes. Wang Yi explained patiently. The Ice Bird Legion's camp is very close to the Dark Night Forest, so he often reinforces the Forest Guard Legion and knows the 9-life dryad very well. He felt that Lu Chuan had just arrived and must not have known how difficult the 9-life dryad was. Yi Ziqiu said, "What you said does make sense, but the little commander can make the 9-life tree demon forget 9-life tree heart. Without this disgusting skill, it would be much easier to deal with the 9-life dryad. Let the 9-life dryad forget its key skills. The little commander actually has such amazing means." Wang Yi was stunned. As the leader of the Junline Corps, Yi Zhichu's duty is to guard the Dark Night Forest. He is definitely the person in the northern military region who knows the 9-life dryad best. This passage was said by Yi Ziqiu, and it is very credible. If the 9-life dryad loses his means of resurrection, he can indeed leave now. However, if you want to completely kill the 9-life tree demon at such a fast speed, it is not enough to just make the 9-life tree demon forget that 9-life tree heart. 4 months ago, a level 99 life tree demon emerged in the Dark Night Forest. Yi Ziqiu couldn't even beat the first stage. In just 4 months, how much progress can Yi Ziqiu make? Now the only reinforcement who came back with Yi Ziqiu was Lu Chuan. Is it possible that the death of the 9-life dryad had a huge relationship with Lu Chuan, and that Yi Ziqiu and others were just the instigators? Thinking of this, he felt it was impossible. Lu Chuan had just completed the college entrance examination. If it hadn't been for this year's college entrance examination to be advanced, I'm afraid the college entrance examination wouldn't have even started. How could Lu Chuan take the lead in such a short period of time and let Yi Ziqiu, the commander of the army, take action? Did the god of war of Zontian come with the young commander? Wang Yi asked tentatively. Do you think the 9-life tree demon was killed by the combination of the little commander and the god of war? Yi Ziqiu heard the meaning of Wang Yi's words. Wang Yi wondered, isn't it? Of course not. The 9-life tree demon was killed by the young commander and his pet. As soon as Yi Ziqiu finished speaking, Kunpeng fluttered his wings and came over, his level 110 aura as deep as the sea. And such a powerful demonic beast, after landing on the ground, stayed beside Lu Chuan with an obedient expression and was more docile than many people's pets. A level 110 monster, this is the little commander's pet. Wang Yi was shocked. Lu Chuan's battle pet is higher than his level. With just this battle pet, Lu Chuan could easily suppress him. And Lu Chuan is not only strong, but also very fast in providing support. By the time he arrived, the 9-life tree demon had already been eliminated by Lu Chuan. It's time to go to the job transfer temple for the 3rd time. Lu Chuan and Kunpeng jumped into the teleportation shaft and soon arrived at the job transfer temple. Northern Military Academy. Nice environment. Before school started, Lu Ruyan couldn't wait to come here to familiarize herself with the environment in advance. Of course, her main purpose is to get in touch with Lu Chuan and become Lu Chuan's girlfriend as much as possible. With the connections of the Lu family in the imperial capital, she had already obtained Lu Chuan's contact information. It's just that there are too many people chasing Lu Chuan, and Lu Chuan is too lazy to pay attention to these useless messages. All her, good morning, and, good night, messages were all in vain, which made her very distressed. Others have always been chasing her, but now she wants to study how to chase others. No matter what, let's go to the mission hall to exchange some materials. There is still some time before school starts, but this period is not the time to relax. In order to become stronger, most students are still brushing up dungeons to upgrade their skills. And the stronger she is, the greater the possibility of catching up with Lu Chuan. Naturally, she is working hard all the time. Since the mission hall was right next to the job transfer temple, she happened to meet Lu Chuan. I'm lucky, I have to take this opportunity to perform well. Lu Ruyan quickly adjusted her hair, planning to create a perfect chance encounter in the mission hall. As a result, Lu Chuan did not enter the mission hall at all, but walked into the job transfer temple. Did Lu Chuan go to the wrong place? How did he enter the job transfer temple? Lu Ruyan wrinkled her eyes, thinking she was dazzled. If you want to transfer twice, you must reach level 30. And Lu Chuan was in the same class as her. How could he reach level 30 in just 1 month? As the minor commander of the Northern Territory, Lu Chuan has hereditary qualifications. Maybe I went to the job transfer temple to deal with something important. Lu Ruyan thought for a while and planned to guard the door of the job transfer temple and continued to create chance encounters. Job transfer temple. Hello, little commander. The lady at the front desk quickly gave Lu Chuan a military salute. Her attitude was extremely respectful. Lu Chuan said, arrange the 3rd job transfer ceremony for me. Little commander, please follow me. The young lady at the front desk smiled and decisively led the way for Lu Chuan. Did I hear wrongly? The junior commander is going to undergo a 3rd level job transfer ceremony. In just 1 month, from level 1 to level 60, even the sky-slaying god of war couldn't do it. Everyone around was stunned. They all came to participate in the job transfer ceremony, so they naturally knew how difficult it was to change jobs. Leveling up alone is not enough, you must also complete the job transfer tasks issued by Tiandao. The difficulty of job transfer tasks is related to the potential of the job. Therefore, high job potential does not mean that the job change speed is fast. It's really extraordinary that Lu Chuan can complete the 3rd job transfer task at such a speed. Few people present believed what Lu Chuan said. But forget Lu Chuan's nonsense. As a young commander in the north, it's normal for him to be willful. But why is the lady at the front desk also making trouble? Is it possible that Lu Chuan can really turn 3? Under the guidance of the young lady at the front desk, Lu Chuan came to the third job transfer formation. On the second turn, all my attributes increased by 10 times, and I took control of Nehi. It's my third turn now, and I don't know what my next river will be and what kind of improvement it can bring me. Every job change is equivalent to a breakthrough in the realm, so Lu Chuan is very looking forward to the improvement after the third job. He gently placed his hand on the awakening stone, and his consciousness came to the unknown space again. The unknown space is exactly the same as last time, with thousands of rivers hanging in it. Each one is extremely mysterious and contains infinite power. It is impossible to trace the source, and it is impossible to deduce where it will flow. Congratulations to the host for successfully turning 3 times and gaining the right to love. The colorful river swam like a real dragon, hovering around Lu Chuan like a lord supporting all living beings. After taking over the power of love, Lu Chuan's life level has undergone a qualitative change, and every inch of his skin has become impeccable. Name: Lu Chuan. Level: 60. Occupation: River God, 3 turns. Power: 60,000. Agility: 60,000. Physique: 60,000. Spirit: 60,000. Congratulations to the host River God domain for successfully upgrading. River God's domain level breaking. When you open the River God's domain, you will form your own water area with yourself as the center, and it will continue to expand and spread. All friendly units in the water area will receive a 200% all attribute bonus. Congratulations to the host River God legend for successfully upgrading. Legend of the River God level breaking. When an item falls into the realm of the River God, 1 gold and 1 silver can be copied. The silver equipment effect is 4 times that of the original item, and the gold equipment effect is 5 times that of the original item. Yes, copy 10 items at the same time. Congratulations to the host Nehi domain for successfully upgrading. Nehi domain limit breaking. The River God domain can be freely transformed into the Nehi domain. When enemies in the Nehi domain are harmed, they can receive an additional 70% soul damage. Legend of Nehi level breaking. Nehi domain penetrates into the enemy's body, causing it to randomly forget 5 skills. Congratulations to the host for mastering the power of love, increasing its charm by 10 times, and learning new skills. Love River domain level breaking. The River God domain can be freely transformed into the Love River domain. When an enemy in the Love River domain uses skills, there is a 30% chance that they will be ineffective. Legend of Love River level breaking. Shoot an arrow of true love in the Love River field and sign a true love contract or a dog licking contract, which can convert the target's damage into an equal amount of healing effect. The third transformation was successful. All my attributes increased 10 times, and each item reached 60,000 points. River God Realm S all attribute bonuses have reached 200%, which is already twice that of the Emperor's Sword, and the spread speed has also been greatly improved. Legend of the River God has also undergone qualitative changes again. The effect of silver equipment is 4 times that of the original item, and the effect of gold equipment is 5 times that of the original item. It can copy a stronger gold and silver Emperor's Sword, greatly enhancing China's national power. Nehi Domain and Nehi Legend have also been improved. The former allows the enemy to bear an additional 70% additional soul damage, and the latter directly makes people forget 5 skills. And the skill effect of Love Field is a bit interesting. It can actually cause the enemy's skills to fail with a 30% probability. Lu Chuan laughed with interest. As for the true love contract and the dog-licking contract in The Legend of Love God, he had to study them carefully. At the same time, there was a huge sensation outside the job transfer temple. The colorful vision of love is overwhelming, with projections of hundreds of millions of lovers manifesting in it, and there are even many scenes that are not suitable for children. In just a short moment, the breeze turned into a spring breeze, and everyone, men, women, old and young, became hot. What is this? Why are the projections of hundreds of millions of lovers manifesting in it? Dog food, so much dog food. I even saw scenes that are not suitable for children. Can I see this without paying for it? What an amazing job change phenomenon. It feels even more majestic than the SSS level job change phenomenon. I suddenly want to fall in love. What's going on? The same goes for me. I am already 76 years old. I never thought that one day my heart would tremble. Could it be that this is the legendary love river, built from thousands of loves? I saw myself and my wife in love. Looking at the vision of Love River in the distance, everyone was shocked. Under the blowing of this spring breeze, many people are unbearably hot and are already looking for targets to stare at. The vision of Love River. Could it be possible that the young commander successfully changed his job? Sha Yubing also witnessed Lu Chuan entering the job transfer temple and felt that this possibility was very high. She went to high school in the northern military region, so naturally she also wanted to go to college in the northern military region. Moreover, Lu Chuan helped her so much during the Battle of Soul Sacrifice, so naturally she and Tang Yu would make more contributions to the northern military region. As the little commander, you speak of Lu Chuan? Lu Ruyan asked tentatively. She felt that Sha Yubing was quite smart and shouldn't have such outrageous conjectures. If Sha Yubing's guess hadn't been too outrageous, she wouldn't have asked such a question. Tang Yu said, in the northern military region, the only one who can be called a junior commander is Lu Chuan. But the young commander is just like us. He is a newcomer who only awakened to his profession this year. How can he successfully change his profession in just 1 month? Lu Ruyan became even more confused. Sha Yubing smiled and said, I can't explain this clearly. Anyway, the little commander is very powerful. Even SSS level professionals can't compete with him. She and Tang Yu have become Lu Chuan's fans for a long time. Even if they don't know how Lu Chuan does it, they still have no idea. Sha Yubing's answer left Lu Ruyan speechless. When she looked at the job transfer temple, she found Lu Chuan walking out of it. The vision of Love River is like seeing the owner's pet, constantly circling with Lu Chuan as the center, as if longing for Lu Chuan's approval. Is it possible that the love vision is really Lu Chuan's career change vision? Lu Ruyan was stunned. No wonder the representative of the Northern Military Academy uttered wild words, thinking that as an SSS level professional, she was not qualified to form a permanent team with Lu Chuan. Lu Chuan's upgrade speed is even faster than that of the god of war who cut the sky back then. She is only level 12, how can she be qualified to team up with Lu Chuan, who is in level 2? She is just holding her back. It's incredible. In just 1 month, Lu Chuan reached level 30 and completed his second transformation. After Lu Chuan took charge of the love field, his charm increased by 10 levels, making Lu Ruyan's desire to court even more determined. Do you think the young commander is only in the second rank? Tang Yu raised an eyebrow and smiled, feeling that Lu Ruyan, a new student, knew too little. What do you mean? Could it be that this is the junior commander's third-level career change? Lu Ruyan was a little confused, but she quickly reacted. During the decisive battle of Soul Sacrifice Battle, Lu Chuan's altar was right next to her, and she saw Lu Chuan use River God Realm and Nehi Realm with her own eyes. If Lu Chuan could control a river every time he changed jobs, the love river in front of him would most likely be Lu Chuan's third river. In just 1 month, Lu Chuan rose to level 60 and completed his third transformation. Looking at the entire history of the human race, this is something that has never happened before. Lu Ruyan instantly understood how Lu Chuan got 1.5 million in the college entrance examination. With his level advantage, even if Lu Chuan didn't have a single offensive skill, he could crush the level 30 monster area at will and get high scores easily. The monster levels in Soul Sacrifice Battle are all between 5 and 15. Lu Chuan is naturally more relaxed when collecting resources. However, in Battle of Soul Sacrifice, strength alone is not enough, the map running ability must be very strong. If Lu Chuan didn't brush all the resource points, it would be impossible to establish so many advantages. Moreover, she calculated Lu Chuan's points in the Soul Sacrifice Battle every day. Even if every resource point was maxed out, there would still not be so many. Therefore, in the Battle of Soul Sacrifice, she still felt that Lu Chuan had a lot of luck. As for how Lu Chuan rose to level 60 and completed 3 transformations in 1 month, she couldn't figure it out even if she tried hard. It was completely unreasonable. Northern Town Hall. Is this the young commander's vision of job change? It seems to be the legendary Love River. Mr. Shaw looked up in the direction of the Job Transfer Temple and was shocked. The Job Transfer Temple is a public area, and the Northern Territory Great Hall is the core area of the Northern Territory Military Region. The distance between the two is naturally extremely far. And Lu Chuan's job change vision was so huge that he could see it clearly even if he was far away in the Great Hall of the North. This love is not simple. Even if we are both professionals of rank 7 or above, we have been affected a lot. Me too. This hot feeling is like seeing your first love when you were young. The senior leaders of the human race are all very old, and they have not experienced this kind of heart-pounding feeling for decades. Even they have had a considerable impact. I am afraid that the entire northern military region has been affected by the love-making phenomenon, and the birth rate has greatly increased. I'm back. Lu Chuan walked into the Northern Great Hall and instantly attracted everyone's attention. It's the third time, little commander. Every attribute has reached 60,000 points. The improvement is very significant. After Mr. Zhang used the detection technique, he gave a decisive compliment. What are these attributes compared to my son's skills? Son, show your skills to everyone. Lu Junlin was very anxious. Everyone present was like this, wondering how much Lu Chuan had transformed after his third transformation. Good. Lu Chuan nodded and decisively used River God Domain. After 3 turns, the speed of the spread of River God Realm has changed significantly, and it soon filled the entire Northern Great Hall, increasing everyone's attributes by 200%. All attributes are increased by 200%. The benefit effect of River God Domain is already twice that of the Emperor's Sword. In just 1 month, the Little Commander's River God Domain has transformed from a 30% increase in all attributes to a 200% increase in all attributes. The Little Commander has just completed his third transformation, and there is still a lot of room for growth. When the Little Commander fully grows up, the effect of River God Domain will definitely be stronger. The top human race officials were full of praise. The equipment effect of the Emperor's Sword can increase the attributes of all friendly units within a radius of 100,000 miles by 100%. Whenever it appears, it will have the effect of turning the tide of the battle. Lu Chuan's River God Realm has similar effects to the Emperor's Sword equipment, which can increase the attributes of a large number of friendly units by 200%. As long as River God Realm is given enough time to spread, its effect will be greater than the Sword of the Emperor. The Sword of the Emperor. Lu Junlin asked, Son, have you experienced another qualitative change in Legend of the River God after your third reincarnation? How useful is the Gold and Silver Emperor's Sword? The senior human race officials present knew it very well. During Lu Chuan's second turn, the 3 Emperor's Swords came out together, and combined with the passive of the God of War, the attributes of all friendly units within a radius of 100,000 miles could be increased by 1,200%. If Lu Chuan undergoes a qualitative change in Legend of the River God after the third turn, the effect of the 3 Emperor's Swords coming out at the same time will definitely be even more amazing. Lu Xuandao. My Legend of the River God has indeed undergone a qualitative change. It's time to update it to a stronger Gold and Silver Emperor's Sword. Okay. Lu Junlin decisively handed the Emperor's Sword to Lu Chuan. Young Dad, did you drop this Gold Emperor's Sword, this Silver Emperor's Sword, or this ordinary Emperor's Sword? When Lu Chuan finished singing, the attributes and equipment effects of the Gold and Silver Heaven-destroying Sword were all doubled. The sharp sword intention and the mighty imperial energy are condensed into substance, like a sleeping real dragon. Even though the top human race leaders present were all professionals with rank 7 or above, when faced with the 3 Emperor's Swords, they were still in awe and did not dare to have the slightest thought of blasphemy. After Lu Junlin took over the Silver Emperor's Sword, he decisively activated the equipment effect. Several rays of golden light appeared on everyone's bodies at the same time, like a waterfall flowing backwards into the sky. All attributes are increased by 400%. Coupled with the passive Sword Dao Holy Body of the God of War, it can bring us a 600% increase in all attributes. The God of War holding the Silver Emperor's Sword can increase the attributes of all friendly units within a radius of 100,000 miles by 600%. This is such a shocking thing. Feeling the changes in themselves, the senior leaders of the human race were very excited. When Lu Junlin activated 3 Emperor's Swords at the same time, all their attributes increased by 1,500%. If Lu Chuan's River God Domain is added, the increase in all attributes reaches 1,700%. 3 Emperor's Swords came out together, which increased all my attributes by 1,500%. Together with the little commander's river god domain, it reached 1700%. It's so unbelievable. If the Sixth World War breaks out, the attributes of our soldiers in the northern military region will be increased by 1700%, and they will definitely be able to sweep away all enemies. This is just a month's promotion of the little commander. When the little commander fully grows up, when the World War comes, China will definitely be able to win more easily and achieve the unification of the human race easily. The human race's senior leaders were breathing rapidly. Such a crazy idea, they had never dared to think of it before. And after Lu Chuan awakened his profession, this possibility became more and more likely. With these three emperors' swords, even if the Burning Sky War God, the Thunder Dragon War God, and the Crazy War God join forces, they will definitely not be my opponent. Lu Junlin mastered the three emperors' swords, and his invincibility became more determined. Lu Chuan's Legend of the River God enhances not only the equipment effect, but also the attribute bonuses. As the first divine sword in China, the Emperor Sword naturally has very high attribute bonuses. The attribute bonus of the Silver Emperor Sword is 4 times that of the ordinary Emperor Sword, and the attribute bonus of the Gold Emperor Sword is 5 times that of the ordinary Emperor Sword. Coupled with his passive Sword Dao Holy Body, he can have 10 equipment slots at the same time and enjoy the attribute bonus of 10 swords. With such a superimposition, his attributes can easily overwhelm other strong men at the God of War level. Mr. Zhang asked, God of War, the last time the young commander copied the Gold and Silver Emperor's sword was half a month ago. During this period, does the Gold and Silver Emperor sword still exist? Is there any diminishing effect of the equipment? This issue was so critical that it instantly attracted the attention of all the top human beings. The effect and duration of a skill are both very important. If the duration of Legend of the River God is very long, the operable space will also become larger. I have been observing during this period. Half a month has passed, and the attribute bonuses and equipment effects of the Gold and Silver Emperor sword have been very stable, without any abnormalities. But after the new Gold and Silver Emperor's sword appeared, the Gold and Silver Emperor's sword that my son copied last time disappeared. Lu Junlin said truthfully. With a duration of half a month, the little commander's Legend of the River God is stronger than we imagined. This half month is not the limit of Legend of the River God. If the new Gold and Silver Emperor's sword hadn't been released, the duration would have been even stronger. For at least half a month, even if the little commander does not go to the front line, Legend of the River God can still play an extremely huge role. The duration of Legend of the River God surprised the senior human beings. Next is the Nehi domain. With a thought, Lu Chuan converted part of the River God realm into the Nai River realm. The blood-yellow river water was very strange. Mr. Shah, come on. Mr. Zhang took the initiative to walk into the Nehi domain. Okay. Mr. Shah nodded and punched Mr. Zhang. The damage value of -10,000 appeared, and the ghosts and insect snakes in Nehi domain followed closely, causing 7,000 points of soul damage to Mr. Zhang. 70% additional soul damage, this damage bonus is so impressive. If Nehi domain is used to cover all enemy forces, even defensive professions will not be able to survive for long, and they will inevitably be defeated. The skills of the little commander are all powerful when strong. If River God domain and Nehi domain are combined, the damage will be very high. The senior leaders of the human race praised it highly and started testing it in the Nehi domain. And Legend of Nehi. After Lu Chuan used his skill, the water from the Nehi River quietly penetrated into everyone's bodies. The little commander's Legend of Nehi has also become stronger, and it can make people forget 5 skills at the same time. It's too exaggerated. Many low-level professionals don't even have 5 skills. If you go against the young commander, how can you still fight if your skills are completely forgotten? And Legend of Nehi is the same as Nehi domain, both are group skills. If during a national war, the enemy is enveloped by the Nehi domain, all damage received increases by 70%, and 5 skills are forgotten, I'm afraid their mentality will explode. The senior human race officials laughed, ha 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 ha. Looking at the method of making people forget skills, only Lu Chuan has mastered it in the entire history of the human race. When the national war begins and Lu Chuan uses Legend of Nehi, the enemy army will definitely be stunned. Such a scene makes me laugh just thinking about it. Moreover, Legend of Nahi has as many as 5 forgotten skills, and the probability of forgetting key skills is very high. Mr. Zhang asked, Mr. Now half a month has passed, I wonder if Silver Moon Sheep has remembered the forgotten skills. Okay, I'll bring the Silver Moon Sheep over right now. Mr. Shaw nodded and walked out of the Great Hall. When he came back, the level 60 Silver Moon Sheep was wrapped in energy and suspended in the air like a balloon. Half a month has passed, and Silver Moon Sheep's skill bar has still not changed, and the forgotten skills have not been recalled. The duration of Legend of Nahi is the same as Legend of River God, at least half a month. Half a month is too long, and there is a high probability that the duration of Legend of Nahi will be longer. With such a long duration, even if the enemy saves a life, it will have a very serious impact on the combat effectiveness under the influence of Legend of Nahi. Such an opponent makes them feel terrible just thinking about it. Son, where are your new skills after your third turn? Show them to us quickly. Lu Junlin was very curious about Lu Chuan's new skills. Okay. With a thought, Lu Chuan converted part of the River God realm into the Love River realm. The colorful river water gives people an illusion of being in a dream. The senior leaders of the human race were in love, with images that were not suitable for children crazily appearing in their minds, making it difficult to concentrate. This love is so evil, I can't stand it. Mr. Zhang blushed. He planned to eat the oysters and go to a footbath shop in the evening. Mr. Shaw said with emotion, the control effect of love field is quite strong. When you are in it, it is difficult to concentrate, let alone make a calm and accurate judgment. Just the spring breeze caused by love can have a big impact on them. Now that they are in love, the impact is naturally greater. This feeling is not bad to experience on a daily basis, but in the battlefield, it is very fatal, with a lot of flaws exposed in minutes. Use your skills. The more times you use them, the better. Lu Chuan reminded. As a caster of the love field, he naturally wanted to test the effect of the skill in all aspects. Good. The top leaders of the human race nodded and were in the love field constantly using their skills. However, under the influence of love field it is difficult for them to concentrate, and even their best skills have a 30% failure rate. The control effect of love field is too strong. Even my best skill has a 30% failure rate. And love field, like Nai River field, can exert negative effects on a large number of enemies. It is a group control skill. The senior leaders of the human race feel that the love field is getting more and more evil. And Mr. Zhang is a lecherous person, with a failure rate of 60%. Even after staying in the love field for a long time, his eyes become more and more blurred, and he wishes he could continue to indulge in it. Lu Chuan sensed something was wrong and quickly asked Mr. Zhang to leave the love field. Holy shit, what just happened? Mr. Zhang woke up with a look of horror on his face, as if he was having a nightmare. In his feelings, the influence of love field became more and more real and intense, gradually occupying his consciousness, as if he was hypnotized. Mr. Zhang, you almost fell silent in love. Mr. Shaw burst into laughter. It seems that the love domain has extra bonuses for people with heavy desires. According to my observation, your skill failure rate has reached 60%. If you put 10 skills, at least 6 of them will be ineffective. Not only will it have no effect, it will also be a waste of time and there will be too many flaws. Haha, love field TNK Zhang Lao. The senior leaders of the human race all laughed, making Mr. Zhang extremely embarrassed. Mr. Zhang quickly explained. As I age, this desire has long been reduced, but it has been re-stimulated by the love field. Mr. Fang said, the love field is really scary. I have no interest in love at all, and it has been greatly affected. The skill failure rate is also 30%. His profession is a warrior monk, and due to his character, he is not interested in women at all, and neither is men. But after experiencing the baptism of the love field, he actually had the idea of marrying a wife and having children. The little commander's love domain is so terrifying, even Fang Lao, who is still pregnant, has been greatly affected. I think back then, in order to complete the task of changing jobs, Mr. Fang specially found a group of snake monsters in human form to test himself. Obviously these snake demons are extremely beautiful, and they kept showing off for 3 days and 3 nights, but Mr. Fang just didn't raise his head and completed the impossible task of changing jobs. And Mr. Fang, who has such a firm heart as Buddha, cannot escape the influence of love field. Is this the legendary level-breaking skill? The top leaders of the human race were shocked. Next is another skill of mine, called Legend of Love River. Which of you wants to try it? Lu Chuan's thoughts moved, and an arrow of true love condensed from the love river. In the skill description of Legend of Love there are true love contract and dog-licking contract, which made him very curious and wanted to test them out as soon as possible. I still won't come. Mr. Zhang shook his head. He almost fell in love and had some psychological shadow. Let me do it. Mr. Shaw took a step forward. The arrow of true love was like a ghost, instantly piercing into his body without any strange feeling. Please choose your next target. The prompt sounded, and an arrow of true love once again condensed into the love river. Lu Chuan said, there must be 2 goals for it to be effective. Let me do it. Mr. Fang wanted to continue to challenge Ihei in order to hone his Buddhist heart. The Legend of Love River has taken effect. I have established a true love contract for you. You can discuss it for a while. Lu Chuan's words were shocking, making Mr. Shaw blush. Ha ha ha, luckily I didn't participate in the test. Mr. Zhang laughed, hehehehe. Even if the 2 great men established a true love contract, Mr. Shaw still established a true love contract with a monk. Are Fang Lao ready? I'm going to take action. Sha Lao controlled his strength and punched Fang Lao on the body. Plus 10000. I took a punch from Mr. Shaw, and my health actually increased. Mr. Fang was stunned for a moment, and then punched Mr. Shaw in the same body. Plus 10000. It feels a little comfortable. Mr. Fang, please try harder. Mr. Shaw made a perverted request. Okay. Mr. Fang nodded and increased his intensity 100 times. Plus 1000000. So comfortable. Mr. Shaw was so happy that he let out a strange scream, which stunned everyone around him. When testing skills, even if I control my strength, it still hurts a little when my fist falls on my body. After establishing a true love contract, the damage is converted into a recovery effect, and the pain is converted into a sense of comfort, just like being baptized by healing skills. I understand what the true love contract is about. The true love contract allows the 2 contractors to convert all the damage caused to each other into healing effects. With Legend of Love River, even combat-type professions can have extremely strong recovery capabilities. This is not the biggest highlight of Legend of Love River. If you establish a contract with a powerful opponent, you can use the information difference to restore a large amount of health. And as long as Legend of Love River continues, that powerful opponent will never be able to hurt us and can only restore our health. The eyes of the top human race officials were bright. Because of the true love contract, Mr. Shaw and Mr. Fang dealt higher and higher damage values, making each other feel happy. Fighting is intimacy, scolding is love, and with Legend of Love River, fighting can really enhance feelings. Next, try the dog-licking contract. With a thought from Lu Chuan, 2 arrows of true love shot out, and Mr. Shaw and Mr. Fang stepped forward again. Which of you wants to lick a dog? Lu Chuan asked casually. When signing a dog-licking contract, he can choose a target to become a dog-licking contract. This must be the core part of the dog-licking contract. Fang Laodao said, let me be the dog licker. It was a test of skills anyway, so he thought it didn't matter if he licked the dog for a while. Lu Chuan said, the dog-licking contract has been established, you can continue to discuss. Okay. Fang Lao punched Sha Lao, and the damage value was still converted into the same amount of healing effect. When Mr. Sha punched Mr. Fang, it still caused damage, but it did not convert into a healing effect like just now. The 2 of them started fighting back and forth. Fang Lao kept restoring blood to Sha Lao, and Sha Lao kept causing damage. This dog-licking contract is so shameless. All of Mr. Fang's injuries have been converted into healing effects, while Mr. Shaw is not affected at all. It's obviously a fight, but Mr. Shaw keeps recovering blood, and Mr. Fang keeps losing blood. If we continue to fight like this, Mr. Fang has no chance of winning. The licking dogs and the dog-licking contract have no right to fight back and can only be beaten all the time. If the Japanese emperor becomes a licking dog, I can keep chasing the Japanese emperor and beat him until the Japanese emperor has no power to fight back. The Legend of Love River's dog-licking contract is simply a one-on-one skill. The senior human race officials laughed heartily. The Emperor of Japan was a 9-level powerhouse. Before, they had no hope of winning. And with the dog-licking contract, each of them has the ability to challenge the Japanese emperor. Mr. Zhang asked, "Little Commander, how many contracts can your Legend of Love River maintain at the same time?" "I'll try." After Lu Chuan tried it, he found that he could only condense 3 pairs of arrows of true love. When there are more than 3 contracts, the previous contracts will become invalid. It can only maintain 3 copies, but as long as the 3 contracts are used for high-end combat power, they will play an extremely huge role. And the young commander has just mastered this skill. Legend of Love River still has a lot of room for success. The number of contracts will definitely increase in the future. Everyone was thinking about the future, and they were all happy from year to year. As expected of the son of my heaven-slaying god of war. Lu Junlin patted Lu Chuan on the shoulder, feeling very pleased. In just 1 month, Lu Chuan was able to greatly increase China's national power and have an extremely huge impact on high-level battles. Such amazing potential and strength have never happened before in the entire history of the human race. After testing his skills, Lu Chuan will continue to upgrade and prepare for the next 4 turns. His skills are all group-type large-scale buffs. If you want to gain more experience as quickly as possible, you must continue to choose large-scale team dungeons. His eyes looked at the complete collection of Northern Territory dungeons for a while, and finally stopped at the Rock Dragon Secret Realm. The recommended level of the Rock Dragon Secret Realm is 90, and the number of people entering it must be around 300. It is a large dungeon with a lot of experience. And his level is 60, which just meets the minimum entry requirements for the Rock Dragon Secret Realm. With this in mind, he decisively informed the record holder of the Rock Dragon Secret Realm, the Frostleaf Legion, and asked them to stand by in front of the Rock Dragon Secret Realm, waiting for his arrival. In front of the Secret Realm of Rock Dragon, the members of the Frostleaf Legion have assembled and are waiting for Lu Chuan's arrival. 150 warriors, 50 archers, 50 mages, and 50 priests are a team with very high defense capabilities. And everyone is up to level 100, which is higher than the recommended level of Rock Dragon Secret Realm. The leader of the Frostleaf Legion, who is a full 120, is a 5th level professional. He has to suppress his level to enter the Secret Realm of Rock Dragon. "I'm going to visit the Rock Dragon Secret Realm again." Bai Ningbing, the leader of the Frostleaf Legion, curled his lips and felt a little unhappy. If it weren't for the vast experience in the Rock Dragon Secret Realm and the high price of materials, he wouldn't want to clean up the Rock Dragon Secret Realm at all. In an ordinary dungeon team, except for priests, the ratio of warriors, archers, and mages is basically 1:1:1. The Rock Dragon Secret Realm is quite special. The proportion of warriors in the team that comes to attack is directly half of the whole team. Compared with the teams that attack other dungeons, it is very abnormal. The military is short of materials. We can just go in and get them. Why do we have to wait for the little commander? The minimum level requirement for the Rock Dragon Secret Realm is 60. No matter how fast the little commander upgrades, it is impossible to reach this level in just 1 month. So what if the little commander arrives? Is it possible that the little commander wants to enter the Secret Realm of Rock Dragons with us? The people of the Frostleaf Legion were very confused. Refreshing the Rock Dragon instance was very time-consuming. If it was for materials, they didn't want to waste their time waiting pointlessly. They had basically heard about the news that Lu Chuan won the top spot in the college entrance examination and became the leader of the war for soul sacrifice. But Lu Chuan's profession is river god, and they have also heard of it. As for how a sea-level river god can defeat all the geniuses and become the first in 2 cliff falls, they can't figure it out even if they think hard. In their perception, the river god has no advantages at all. It has low potential, many restrictions, weak strength, and difficulty in upgrading. And no matter how powerful Lu Chuan is, he can't rise to 60 in just 1 month, even if he wins the first place twice by relying on his own ability. When everyone is here, follow me into the Secret Realm of Rock Dragons. After Lu Chuan appeared, he decisively sent a team invitation to Bai Ningbing. Entering the Rock Dragon's secret realm. Little Commander, the minimum level requirement for the Rock Dragon secret realm is level 60. Bai Ningbing quickly reminded her. Lu Chuan didn't want to waste any more time and directly released the level 60 aura. 60. The young commander has been promoted to level 60 in just 1 month. How is this possible? And even though he is level 60, he still has to enter the dungeon to spawn monsters, which means that the little commander has already reached level 3. The people of the Frostleaf Legion were shocked, and all their previous doubts were swept away. It's too exaggerated. I reached level 60 in 1 month and completed 3 transformations. Even the God of War can't achieve such a fast upgrade speed. Is it possible that this year's top scorer in the college entrance examination and the leader of the soul sacrifice battle were both won by Lu Chuan based on his own ability? Bai Ningbing was stunned. Even if Lu Chuan is a small commander of the Northern Territory, if he just opens his mouth, there will be countless people to help him level up, but the speed of upgrading cannot be achieved casually. If your own strength is not enough, the experience share of the team will be very low, and the upgrade speed will not be much faster than the normal dungeon grinding. It will only waste the time of high-level professionals for no reason. Therefore, after the other 3 gods of war, they are all teamed up with peers and will not be upgraded by high-level professionals. As for why Lu Chuan upgraded so quickly, he felt that everything would be revealed in the secret realm of Rock Dragon. Look, this man seems to be the young commander of the Northern Territory. What does it look like? He is the young commander of the Northern Territory, the top scorer in this year's college entrance examination. After becoming the top scorer in the college entrance examination, more people knew Lu Chuan, and he was quickly recognized by the professionals around him. The dungeon levels in this area are all between 60 and 90. I don't know what the little commander's purpose is here. The junior commander will inherit the position of the northern commander in the future, so he will naturally have to handle some official duties and learn how to manage his subordinates. While everyone was discussing, Lu Chuan and the people from the Frostleaf Legion walked into the secret realm of rock dragons, leaving them all dumbfounded. Wait a minute, why did the young commander follow the people of the Frostleaf Legion into the secret realm of rock dragons? The minimum level requirement for the rock dragon secret realm is level 60. The young commander has just become the top scorer in the college entrance examination. How is it possible to rise from level 1 to level 60 in just 1 month? Is it possible that when the young commander accepts the job transfer mission, the conditions for entering the rock dragon secret realm are relaxed? But in just 1 month, it is impossible for the little commander to reach level 30. Even the sky-destroying god of war couldn't achieve such a fast upgrade speed. After arriving at the secret realm of Rock Dragon, Lu Chuan silently observed the surrounding situation. Except for the giant stone platform where everyone was standing, the rest of the place was almost like a desert, without any life in sight. The air here is extremely hot and sandstorms occur from time to time. If the level is not enough, it will not take long for you to die of dehydration. Lu Chuan's attributes are very high, and he also has a legendary suit and Kunpeng's Tongsheng skill, and his life-saving ability is very strong. The harsh environment of the Rock Dragon secret realm had no impact on him. Little Commander, the dungeon rules of the Rock Dragon secret realm are quite special. We cannot leave the stone platform and can only wait quietly for the attack of the monsters. After Bai Ningbing reminded him, he took out a giant shield taller than a man to protect Lu Chuan. Compared with the speed of clearance, she felt that Lu Chuan's life safety was the most important. It is really dangerous for a level 60 professional to enter a large level 90 dungeon. Shashisha. With a rustling sound, 100 rock dragons ran out of the desert, and while using flying rock breath they rushed towards everyone. The 150 warriors reacted extremely quickly and decisively used defensive methods to block the 100 rock dragons, making it easier for the archers and mages behind them to output. Due to the high defense of rock dragons and the very high proportion of warriors in the team, it is not fast to kill 100 rock dragons. River God Realm. If Lu Chuan wants to get more experience sharing, it is not enough to just watch the show. He must play his role as much as possible. When River God Realm submerges everyone's feet, 200% of all attribute bonuses will take effect immediately. 200% bonus to all attributes. What a powerful gain type skill. This bonus is twice that of the Emperor's Sword. When did our Frostleaf Legion have such a powerful auxiliary profession? If you use this skill earlier, the clearance record of Rock Dragon's secret realm will have been refreshed long ago. Everyone present was shocked. This buff is called River God Domain, and the little commander is the only river god in the team. Is it possible that this skill was used by the little commander? Bai Ningbing looked around and found that the river god realm was spreading with Lu Chuan as the center. Others quickly noticed this and looked at Lu Chuan. As for Lu Chuan's level, they all just saw it. He rose to level 60 in just 1 month, which is definitely the fastest upgrade speed in the history of the human race. And Lu Chuan not only upgrades quickly, but his skills are also very effective. Even if they are only level 60, it can bring a 200% increase in all attributes to them who are all around level 100, without any diminishing effect. This is something that other auxiliary professions of the same level cannot do no matter what, not even the 5th rank auxiliary profession. With a 200% all attribute bonus, 100 rock dragons were quickly slaughtered. However, after the death of the 100 rock dragons, they did not immediately collapse. Instead, they turned into stone statues one after another and stood next to the stone platform, continuing to use flying rock breath on everyone. The mechanism of the rock dragon's secret realm is so disgusting. After the mob's health reaches the bottom, it will not disappear immediately, but will turn into a stone statue and continue to attack us. The rock dragons in the stone statue state are still unable to be harmed. We can only take the beating. The people of the Frostleaf Legion were annoyed when they saw these stone statues, and they complained one after another. The more rock dragons you kill, the more rock dragons will turn into stone statues, and this will continue to accumulate until the level is cleared. Even if you are very strong, you still have to withstand a lot of damage. If it is a team with high attack and low defense, even if their levels exceed the recommended levels of the Rock Dragon's secret realm, they will still be unable to pass the level. Because of this, the teams that attack the Rock Dragon's secret realm are all very abnormal. Half of the 300-person team are warriors, and the requirements for defense capabilities are very high. If it weren't for the high experience of the Rock Dragon's secret realm and the high price of materials, they would not be willing to do it at all. I can't be harmed, and I don't know if my Nahi Legend and Love River Domain will take effect. Lu Chuan thought to himself. The River God realm is spreading very quickly and has already covered 100 rock dragon statues. With a thought, the River God realm was instantly transformed into the Nahi realm, and he cast Nahi Legend on 100 rock dragon statues. Success. These rock dragon statues cannot be harmed, but they will still be affected by negative effects. Lu Chuan was very surprised. After forgetting 5 skills, the output capabilities of 100 rock dragon statues were greatly reduced. However, as a level 80 monster, the rock dragon has reached level 3, and naturally has more than 5 skills. It is still attacking the people of the Frostleaf Legion. It's strange, the pressure on our defense suddenly dropped. Look at the skill bar of the rock dragon statues. All of them are missing 5 skills, so their output capabilities are naturally reduced. What is going on? This has never happened before when I visited the Rock Dragon's secret realm. Is it possible that it has something to do with the little commander? The blood yellow river water was converted through the river god realm. The eyes of the people of the Frostleaf Legion were bright. With the defensive pressure reduced, they can spend more energy on killing monsters, greatly increasing their efficiency. Moreover, there is a 200% increase in all attributes of River God Domain. Even if the warrior's output ability is lower, he can still kill rock dragons like dogs. At the beginning of the second stage, 200 rock dragons emerged from the desert. The Frostleaf Legion can still be easily dealt with, but the number of rock dragon statues they have attacked has reached 300, and the attacks are more intensive than before. Fortunately, under the influence of Legend of Nahi, all 300 rock dragon statues have forgotten 5 skills, and their output capabilities have been greatly reduced. The rock dragon statue cannot be harmed. It would be too wasteful to soak it in the Nai River Domain. It is better to soak it in the Love River Domain. Lu Chuan thought, and the blood yellow river gradually turned colorful. Under the influence of Love River Field, even if the rock dragon statue has no ability to think, there is still a 30% failure rate when using skills, which reduces the defensive pressure of the Frostleaf army again. Love is actually one of the little commander's methods. Bai Ningbing was shocked. The vision of the Love River was so powerful that she still saw it even though the camp of the Frostleaf Legion was far away from the job transfer temple. But she never expected that such an earth-shattering vision of job change would be caused by an 18-year-old boy. It's strange. I was just ready to defend, but dozens of rock dragon statues dropped dumb bombs. I've also seen it. As a monster above level 80, rock dragon shouldn't make such a mistake. Mostly it has something to do with the little commander's skills. This colorful river water is transformed from the blood yellow river water. Under the influence of Love River, 3 of the 10 skills of the rock dragon statue became invalid, and its output ability plummeted again. The people of Frostleaf Legion were very happy. With the help of Nahi Legend and Love River Domain, the output capability of the rock dragon statue has been greatly reduced. Coupled with the 200% increase in all attributes of River God Domain and the 50% immunity to physical damage from elementalization, some warriors with strong defense capabilities directly ignored the output of the rock dragon statue and devoted themselves wholeheartedly to the battle. Even if someone is injured, Lu Chuan's elementalization can quickly recover the damage. Coupled with the healing skills of 50 priests, everyone's health returned to full as soon as they dropped a little, and they were always in a healthy state. The third stage begins, and 300 rock dragons emerge from the desert and continue to charge. Strange, why are the companions who turned into stone statues so weak? And they are all using low-level skills, which shouldn't be the case. And these low-level skills should be able to be used well with eyes closed, but as a result, some people fail to use them well and they immediately become ineffective. The rock dragons in the third stage were all confused. They were surprised to find that all the rock dragons that had turned into stone statues had forgotten 5 skills, and their bodies were submerged by the colorful river water. Is it possible that humans can make us forget our skills and make them invalid? The more the rock dragons thought about it, the more frightened they became. However, under the influence of the dungeon rules, they still launched a charge against the Frostleaf army and entered the Nahi domain that Lu Chuan had arranged in advance. Kill. 50 archers and 50 mages took action together. Hundreds of skills fell on the 300 rock dragons like a violent storm. Coupled with the 70% additional soul damage of Nahi domain, all the monsters in the third stage were quickly killed, and the number of rock dragon statues on the field reached 600. The fourth stage, 400 rock dragons. The fifth stage, 500 rock dragons. With the strong assistance of Lu Chuan, various team buffs and group control emerged one after another, and the Frostleaf army reached the 6th stage with unstoppable momentum. We've reached the 6th stage so quickly. The little commander is so powerful. Every skill has a very strong effect and can turn the tide of the battle. All attributes of allies are increased by 200%, immune to 50% physical damage, and has a powerful recovery effect. And the enemy will suffer an additional 70% soul damage, forget 5 skills, and there is a 30% chance that the skills will fail. Under this situation, even if we deal with 3 legions of the same level at the same time, we can still win easily. Everyone in the Frostleaf Legion had a great time killing each other, and everyone was extremely excited. It is absolutely a waste of time to upgrade other low-level professionals. And bringing Lu Chuan up to level is just pure enjoyment. Under the multiple influences of River God Realm, Elementalization, Nahi Legend, and Love River Realm, even if there are 1,500 rock dragon statues on the field, they will not be under any pressure. Normally, they would have been extremely busy. Chapter 71. Shashisha. Suddenly, the desert surged like ocean waves, and a rock dragon as thick as a building emerged. The horn on its head was like a piece of gold, shining with a cold light that penetrated people. Name: Rock Dragon King. Boss level. Level 100. HP 500 million. Skills: Flying Rock Bomb, Rock Dragon Bite, Sandstorm, Taishan Pressure, Powerful Tail Flick. It has only been 50 minutes, and we have defeated the boss of the Rock Dragon Secret Realm. After the boss appeared, the people in the Frostleaf Legion didn't have the slightest sense of urgency, and they all became excited. As the record holders of the Rock Dragon Secret Realm, they have visited the Rock Dragon Secret Realm hundreds of times, so naturally they are not afraid of the Rock Dragon King. The level 100 Rock Dragon King is 10 levels lower than my Kunpeng. Lu Chuan used Soul Sacrifice Summoning, and Kunpeng swam out of the portal. The terrifying bloodline power and level 110 aura condensed into substance, sweeping across the entire battlefield in an instant. The little commander is only 18 years old and has mastered a level 110 battle pet. This battle pet's level is higher than the dungeon boss. Everyone in the Frostleaf Legion was stunned. The little commander is the top scorer in the college entrance examination, so he must have participated in the competitive dungeon that only 18-year-olds can enter. Is it possible that this level 110 battle pet is what the little commander gained from competing in competitive dungeons? Bai Ningbing was shocked. It is very difficult for ordinary professionals to reach level 110. If the potential is not strong enough, or the job transfer task is too difficult, they may not be able to reach this level in their lifetime. And Lu Chuan's battle pet alone has reached level 110. So strong. The Rock Dragon King looked solemn. Kunpeng's level and bloodline level were above him, so he had to be prepared. Moreover, the 1,500 rock dragon statues are all affected by Love River Domain and Nai River Legend, and their output capabilities are greatly reduced, which is of very little help to it. Kunpeng, use how high impact. Lu Chuan gave an order, and Kunpeng's body became extremely heavy, like a sea bombarding him. Minus 50 million. The huge amount of damage caused the Rock Dragon King to lose 1/10 of his health, and his huge body fell back thousands of meters before recovering. Kunpeng's attributes and skill damage are already high. Coupled with the 200% all attribute gain of River God's domain, he can naturally deal tons of damage easily. If it weren't for the boss aura of the Rock Dragon King, his health would have bottomed out long ago. Immediately afterwards, the 70% additional damage of Nehi Domain was triggered, and the Rock Dragon King lost 35 million health points again. It's so powerful. The little commander's battle pet made King Rock Dragon lose so much blood with just one move. Coupled with the additional damage from Nehi Domain, it won't be long before the Rock Dragon King will enter the second stage. We have to take action quickly, otherwise we won't even have a chance to take action. The members of the Frostleaf Legion launched attacks one after another, and the dense skills fell on the Rock Dragon King like a heavy rain. With the joint efforts of everyone, the Rock Dragon King's health quickly bottomed out and turned into a stone statue, which was a symbol of entering the second stage. When the Rock Dragon King enters the second stage, he will continue to attack everyone like other Rock Dragon statues. Moreover, the damage done by the Rock Dragon King alone is higher than that of 1,500 Rock Dragon statues. All-out defense. Bai Ningbing gave the order. 150 warriors formed a battle formation, like a city wall, to protect all output type and auxiliary type professions. Seeing this scene, Lu Chuan decisively used Legend of Love River, and 2 arrows of true love were shot at Kunpeng and Rock Dragon King respectively. The dog-licking contract has been completed. Kunpeng, you will increase your size to the maximum and block all the output of the Rock Dragon King. Good master. Kunpeng nodded, his body expanded rapidly, and his wings that covered the sky directly wrapped the stone statue of the Rock Dragon King. Plus 30,000, plus 30,000, plus 30,000. The little commander's battle pet has to take all the damage, and it doesn't even have any defensive skills. The little commander's battle pet is already level 110. It should have defensive skills. Why not use it? Even archers and mages know some defensive skills. There is no reason why the little commander's battle pets don't know any. Everyone in the Frostleaf Legion was stunned. As a 300-person team copy of Rock Dragon's Secret Realm, the boss naturally requires 300 people to fight together. Kunpeng alone wants to withstand all the damage from the Rock Dragon King. Even if it is level 110, it won't last long. The values printed by the Rock Dragon King are all plus signs, not signs. Is it possible that the Rock Dragon King has been doing damage for so long and has been restoring blood to Kunpeng? Bai Ningbing was the first to react. What the hell? King Rock Dragon is obviously the boss of the dungeon, but he's restoring health to the little commander's pet. Are we dazzled? When did the Rock Dragon King have recovery skills? Moreover, the Rock Dragon King in the stone statue state is unconscious and is similar to a turret that can only attack. How can it restore people's health? Such a change has never happened before. It must be related to the little commander. The people of the Frostleaf Legion were stunned. Just thinking about such a skill was terrifying. You obviously want to kill people, but all the damage is converted into healing, so how can you fight? Suffer death. The Rock Dragon King was like shedding his skin, getting rid of the stone statue state. After entering the second stage, its blood volume becomes higher and all attributes are increased by 30%. Wait a minute, when I enter the second stage, I will keep attacking like a fort, why are you still full of health? After observing for a moment, the Rock Dragon King was completely stunned. Its output ability in the stone statue state is not much different from that in the normal state. Logically speaking, the people of the Frostleaf Legion should be in a very embarrassed state, but in the end, everyone acted as if nothing had happened, and they were all in their prime. Such a weird scene would make anyone come here confused. Kunpeng didn't bother to explain. He grabbed the Rock Dragon King and was doing crazy damage, dealing tons of damage every second. The Rock Dragon King resisted desperately, but all the damage fell on Kunpeng and turned into a healing effect. How come I don't lose any blood when I hit him? The Rock Dragon King's mentality collapsed and he didn't know how to fight. Even in a duel, it may not be Kunpeng's opponent. Under the influence of the dog-licking contract, it doesn't even have the ability to cause harm to Kunpeng, let alone defeat Kunpeng. 10 minutes passed, and the Rock Dragon King entered the third stage. After 20 minutes, the Rock Dragon King was completely dead, and all the Rock Dragon statues turned into powder. The Rock Dragon King has been killed, and the Rock Dragon Secret Realm has been cleared successfully. The clearance time this time is 1 hour and 28 minutes. We completed the game in 1 hour and 28 minutes. This speed is too fast. The previous clearance record was 4 hours and 30 minutes, which is 3 hours faster. The people of Frostleaf Legion cheered. As the holder of the record for clearance of the Rock Dragon Secret Realm, the clearance speed of 4 hours and 30 minutes was achieved after they cleared it hundreds of times. But Lu Chuan didn't get along with them at all, and he cleared the level 3 hours faster just once. The customs clearance speed is 1 hour and 28 minutes. If Lu Chuan does not take action, I am afraid that no one will be able to break this record in hundreds of years. If you brush it more times, the clearance record of Rock Dragon Secret Realm will definitely be higher. In front of the Secret Realm of Rock Dragon, 300 professionals collapsed on the ground, each one of them looking disgraced and seriously injured. Did people create the Rock Dragon Secret Realm? After the Rock Dragon dies, it turns into a stone statue and continues to attack. And the more Rock Dragons die, the more stone statues will attack. After the second stage, there will be 300 Rock Dragon statues alone. Coupled with the 300 Rock Dragons refreshed in the third stage, it is equivalent to dealing with 600 monsters at the same time, of which 300 are still unable to fight back. After experiencing failure, they finally understood why the teams that attacked the Rock Dragon Secret Realm were so deformed. Even if the output ability is very strong and can kill all the Rock Dragons in seconds, the defensive pressure will still increase. Therefore, for the team that conquered the Rock Dragon Secret Realm, the proportion of front row professions reached 50%. The more expensive the materials, the more difficult it will be. If everyone could easily clear the Rock Dragon Secret Realm, the price of materials would have been reduced long ago. Your third stage is nothing, just 300 Rock Dragon statues. By the time you finish the fifth stage, the number of Rock Dragon statues will reach 1,200, and you will also have to deal with the dungeon boss King Rock Dragon. The team that passed the Rock Dragon Secret Realm all laughed. They were in such a mess when they first entered the Rock Dragon Secret Realm. I can't even carry 300 Rock Dragon statues, let alone 1,200 Rock Dragon statues. When fighting the dungeon boss, you have to deal with 1,200 Rock Dragon statues at the same time. This defensive pressure is too much, no wonder the proportion of warriors has reached 50%. The Rock Dragon Secret Realm is so difficult, no wonder the price of the materials is so high. The team that experienced the failure planned to give up the Rock Dragon Secret Realm temporarily and go to the easier dungeon first. After all, the efficiency of resource acquisition is also very important. If you don't have the strength to conquer the Rock Dragon Secret Realm, there is no need to torture yourself in it. The clearance record of Rock Dragon Secret Realm has been refreshed. The clearance time is 1 hour and 28 minutes. Customs clearance record holder, Frostleaf Army. The clearance record of Rock Dragon Secret Realm has been refreshed. Frostleaf Legion, 1 hour and 28 minutes, how did this happen? We can't even clear the level, but the Frostleaf Legion has already been able to clear it in 1 hour and 28 minutes. The teams that experienced the defeat were all stunned. The Frostleaf Legion is indeed the holder of the clearance record for Rock Dragon's Secret Realm, but yesterday's clearance record was still 4 hours and 30 minutes. How could it be 3 hours faster all of a sudden? Even if the members of the Frostleaf Legion collectively get a great opportunity and their strength changes qualitatively, they still can't clear the level in 1 hour and 28 minutes. The little commander just entered the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm with the people from the Frostleaf Legion. Is it possible that it has something to do with the little commander? As a student who just awakened this year, the little commander, even if he brings the Emperor's sword, the sacred weapon of the country, it is impossible for the people of the Frostleaf Legion to survive for 3 hours. The teams that passed the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm were all shocked. They have experienced a lot of failures in order to clear the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm, so they naturally know how difficult it is to conquer the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm. If they hadn't seen it with their own eyes, they wouldn't have believed that someone could clear the level so fast. A portal emerged, and both Frostleaf Legion and Lu Chuan returned to the real world. With the little commander here, the defensive pressure is very small, so there is no need for so many soldiers. 50 warriors are enough. If you replace 100 defensive professions with 100 offensive professions, the speed of clearing the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm will definitely be faster. With the help of the little commander, we will definitely be able to improve the clearance record of the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm to a level that is unprecedented and unprecedented. Bai Ningbing quickly mobilized manpower and asked 100 offensive professionals to rush over. Before these people arrived, she did not dare to waste Lu Chuan's time and said quickly, "Little commander, let's do it again." She knew very well that Lu Chuan's purpose was to gain experience, and he might not care about customs clearance records. Okay, Lu Chuan nodded and entered the secret realm of Rock Dragon again. Seeing this scene, everyone around was shocked. The little commander, as this year's college entrance examination candidate, really followed the people of the Frostleaf Legion into the secret realm of Rock Dragons. Bai Ningbing is the leader of the Frostleaf Legion, and her attitude towards the young commander is so attentive, as if she is asking for help from him. After becoming the god of heaven-slaying war, the young commander, it is normal for him to be more diligent. But combined with the customs clearance record that was just refreshed, it's not normal. Furthermore, the young commander is like the backbone. Everyone in the Frostleaf Legion respects him extremely. This is not a treatment that ordinary people can get. Is it possible that the clearance record of the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm is really related to the little commander? The leader of the Frostleaf Legion wants to clear the clearance record faster, so he can't wait to clear the next round with the little commander. It feels like it's not the Frostleaf Legion leading the young commander, but the young commander leading the Frostleaf Legion. The clearance record of Rock Dragon's Secret Realm has been refreshed. The clearance time is 1 hour and 8 minutes. Customs clearance record holder, Frostleaf Army. In 1 hour and 08 minutes, the clearance record of Rock Dragon's Secret Realm has been refreshed again. It's fake. The Rock Dragon's Secret Realm is so difficult, how can it be cleared so fast? When Lu Chuan and the Frostleaf Army finished the second round, the people around them were shocked again. At the same time, 100 output-type professions gathered by Bai Ningbing arrived. The leader actually pushed the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm to 1 hour and 08 minutes. Li Feishui was extremely shocked. As a member of the Frostleaf Legion, she had visited the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm with Bai Ningbing, so she naturally knew how difficult the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm was. You're here at the right time, come with us to explore the secret realm of Rock Dragons. After Bai Ningbing returned to reality, she decisively replaced the 100 defensive professions in the team with output professions. Li Feishui said in surprise, "Captain, the defensive pressure of the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm is very high. Is it really enough to only bring 50 warriors?" Not only her, but the other 99 output-type professions also couldn't understand what Bai Ningbing was doing. With so many output-type professions guiding the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm, only people who are not familiar with the situation in the Secret Realm would make such low-level mistakes. Bai Ningbing, as a person who has conquered the Rock Dragon's Secret Realm all year round, under her leadership, the Frostleaf Army became the holder of the fastest clearance record, so she should not make such a low-level mistake. With the little commander here, 50 warriors are definitely enough. Don't worry, Just follow me to the secret realm of rock dragons. Bai Ningbing explained briefly. In order not to waste Lu Chuan's time, she raced against time to enter the secret realm of the rock dragon. The 100 output professionals who didn't understand Lu Chuan's ability didn't dare to disobey Bai Ningbing's order, so they could only bite the bullet and enter the rock dragon's secret realm. After entering the secret realm of rock dragon, Lu Chuan, like the previous 2 times, brought into full play the functions of the 3 types of rivers. Under the influence of Legend of Nehi and Realm of Love, Li Feishui and others finally understood what Bai Ningbing was doing. The little commander is so powerful. He is a professional who only awakened this year, but he can actually play such a big role. Legend of Nehi makes the rock dragon statue forget 5 skills. Love River Field makes the rock dragon statue's skills have a 30% failure rate. The defensive pressure of the rock dragon secret realm has been directly reduced by 80%. Coupled with the 200% all-attribute bonus of River God Domain, the 50% physical damage immunity and recovery ability of elementalization, you really don't need so many defensive professions. With a team of 300 people and 150 defensive professionals, the little commander can still let us pass the level in 1 hour and 08 minutes. There are only 50 defensive professions now. If we use full firepower, we will definitely be able to clear the clearance record of Rock Dragon's secret realm faster. The people of Frostleaf Legion were very excited. Clearing levels quickly will not only build the reputation of the Frostleaf Legion, but also allow them to collect more materials in the same time, so everyone is full of energy. Under the firepower of 200 output type professions, the Rock Dragon secret realm was quickly cleared. The Rock Dragon King has been killed, and the Rock Dragon secret realm has been cleared successfully. The clearance time this time is 40 minutes and 43 seconds. It's so cool. It's so cool. The first time I cooperated with the little commander, I set the clearance record of Rock Dragon's secret realm to 40 minutes and 43 seconds. We have cleared the Rock Dragon's secret realm nearly 1,000 times, and this is the first time we have cleared it with such a lineup. If it weren't for the little commander, the proportion of our defensive professions would still have to be 50%, otherwise we wouldn't be able to withstand the damage from 1,200 Rock Dragon statues and the Rock Dragon King. If it weren't for the little commander's help, it would have taken us at least 4.5 hours to clear the level. This improvement is really huge. It took me 1 time to clear it once, but now I can do it 6 times. The little commander is awesome. Everyone cheered and followed Lu Chuan into the secret realm of the Rock Dragon again. The Rock Dragon King has been killed, and the Rock Dragon secret realm has been cleared successfully. The clearance time this time is 35 minutes and 32 seconds. The Rock Dragon King has been killed, and the Rock Dragon secret realm has been cleared successfully. The clearance time this time is 30 minutes and 34 seconds. The Rock Dragon King has been killed, and the Rock Dragon secret realm has been cleared successfully. The clearance time this time is 20 minutes and 27 seconds. As Lu Chuan's level gets higher and higher, and his cooperation with the Frostleaf army gets better and better, the clearance speed of the Rock Dragon's secret realm becomes faster and faster. When it reaches the 10th time, the clearance speed reaches 20 minutes and 27 seconds. 20 minutes and 27 seconds. How the hell can a human make this? With the help of the little commander, the Frostleaf army's customs clearance record has changed from 4 hours and 30 minutes to 20 minutes and 27 seconds, which is 13 times faster. The little commander is too strong. If he doesn't join forces with other legions, no one will be able to break the clearance record of the Rock Dragon secret realm. In front of the Rock Dragon secret realm, everyone was dumbfounded and couldn't believe their eyes. At the same time, the people of the Frostleaf Legion returned to reality, and everyone was extremely happy. They could not even dream of clearing the level at a speed that Lu Chuan forced them to achieve. Bai Ningbing sighed. It's a pity that the little commander's upgrade speed is too fast. He was promoted to level 90 all of a sudden and can no longer gain experience. As a large-scale dungeon for 300 people, the Rock Dragon secret realm, coupled with Lu Chuan's great contribution, has a very high experience share, so the upgrade speed is naturally like a rocket, rising, scratchingly. She knew very well that as the small commander of the northern border, Lu Chuan had no shortage of resources. When the Rock Dragon secret realm could no longer provide experience, Lu Chuan could not waste time in it. Now that you are at level 90, you can go to the job transfer temple and take on the 4th transfer mission. After Lu Chuan greeted the people of the Frostleaf Legion, he decisively walked towards the job transfer temple. Name: Lu Chuan. Level: 90. Occupation: River God, 3 turns. Power: 90,000. Agility: 90,000. Physique: 90,000. Spirit: 90,000. Congratulations to the host River God domain for successfully upgrading. River God Realm level breaking. When you open the River God Realm, you will form a water area centered on yourself, and it will continue to expand and spread. All friendly units in the water area will receive a 240% all attribute bonus. Congratulations to the host River God Legend for successfully upgrading. Legend of the River God level breaking. When an item falls into the realm of the River God, 1 gold and 1 silver can be copied. The silver equipment effect is 4 times that of the original item, and the gold equipment effect is 5 times that of the original item. Yes, copy 20 items at the same time. Congratulations on the successful elemental upgrade of the host. Elementalization level breaking. It can make friendly targets in the River God's domain enter an elementalized state and be immune to 70% of physical damage. When the elementalized target is injured, the River God's domain can be consumed to quickly recover its injuries. Congratulations to the host Nahi domain for successfully upgrading. Nahi domain limit breaking. The River God domain can be freely transformed into the Nahi domain. When enemies in the Nahi domain are harmed, they can receive an additional 100% soul damage. Congratulations to the host Nahi legend for successfully upgrading. The legend of Nahi level breaking. The Nahi domain penetrates into the enemy's body, causing it to randomly forget 7 skills. Congratulations to the host Love River legend for successfully upgrading. Love River domain level breaking. The River God domain can be freely transformed into the Love River domain. When an enemy in the Love River domain uses skills, there is a 50% chance that they will be ineffective. Congratulations to the host Love River legend for successfully upgrading. Legend of Love River level breaking. Shoot an arrow of true love in the Love River field and sign a true love contract or a dog licking contract, which can convert the target's damage into an equal amount of healing effect. 6 contracts can be established at the same time. When I reached level 90, each of my attributes reached 90,000. The improvement was very significant. With my 4-dimensional attributes, even without using any skills, I can easily defeat all my peers. Lu Chuan clenched his fists and felt the changes in himself, and all my level breaking skills have been improved. The all attribute bonus of River God domain has reached 240%. Legend of the River God can copy 20 items at the same time. Elementalization is immune to 70% of physical damage, and the speed of recovering injuries has also been greatly improved. The extra damage bonus of Nahi domain reaches 100%, and Nahi legend can make people forget 7 skills randomly. Love River field allows the enemy's skill failure rate to reach 50%, and Love River legend can sign 6 contracts at the same time, making 6 people invincible in single combat. Just pick 2 of these level breaking skills and they will have the effect of turning the tide of the battle. He had a hunch that even if all the college entrance examination students in China joined forces, they would not be able to defeat him alone. Lu Ruyan, as the SSS level Qingqiu Divine Envoy, was only level 12 at this time and mastered 5 skills. When he used Legend of Nahi, Lu Ruyan had to forget all his skills and could only fight with him hand to hand. Even Lu Ruyan is like this, let alone others. Most college entrance examination students have not yet reached level 10, and may not even have 4 skills. As long as Nahi domain has enough time to spread, he can make everyone forget all skills in an instant. With his huge level advantage, he can definitely punch a child with just 1 punch, just like kicking him in a kindergarten. In the face of absolute level advantage and skill strength, all numerical advantages are meaningless. Job transfer temple. Hello, little commander. When the young lady at the front desk saw Lu Chuan, she immediately bowed and her attitude was extremely respectful. The little commander is here again. He obviously just completed the 3rd revolution this morning. Is it possible that you are here to inspect the post? The people around were a little confused about Lu Chuan's arrival. Several of them had witnessed Lu Chuan's 3rd transformation with their own eyes and admired this young man with top-notch potential and background. But no matter how fast a person upgrades, it is impossible to complete the third level this morning and immediately reach level 90 in the afternoon. Therefore, no one would have thought that Lu Chuan was here to take over the fourth turn mission. Guan Qihao said in surprise. Completed the third transformation this morning. The little commander's upgrade speed is so fast. He is a student of the Northern Military Academy. He has completed his third job transfer this year in his junior year and is preparing to transfer. This upgrade speed is already very fast, but it is completely incomparable to Lu Chuan. To be precise, even China's youngest and most powerful sky-destroying god of war could not compare with Lu Chuan when he was young. One person answered. The vision of love was overwhelming this morning. You should have seen it at the Northern Military Academy. This is the vision of the junior commander's third-level job transfer. This job transfer phenomenon was actually caused by the junior commander. Guan Qihao was shocked. After Lu Chuan became the god of war, he would naturally attend the Northern Military Academy. As a junior student, Lu Chuan surpassed him in level even before school started. This upgrade speed was so incredible that it was completely beyond his understanding. Lu Chuan said, "I'm here to take over the fourth mission." His tone was calm, but the words he spoke were like thunder, reaching everyone's ears very clearly. Accepting the fourth mission. Did I hear wrongly? The little commander only completed the third level this morning, how could he reach level 90 in one afternoon? Everyone around was stunned. Level 90. If the little commander didn't lie, as a newcomer who just awakened his profession this year, he is actually 30 levels higher than me. Guan Qihao took a breath. He also knew something about Lu Chuan's profession, but he was just a sea-level river god with many restrictions and low potential. As for how Lu Chuan won the first place in the college entrance examination and the soul sacrifice battle, he felt that it had a lot to do with Lu Junlin. But now it seems that regardless of whether Lu Chuan can accept the job transfer task, at least completing the third job transfer this morning should be true. Relying on the crushing level advantage, even if it is a useless profession, it is not impossible to win the first place in the college entrance examination and soul sacrifice battle. But the upgrade speed has a great relationship with the monster spawning ability of the profession. If Lu Chuan awakens the useless profession, the upgrade speed will not be faster, not even his father's god of war. Thinking of this, he felt that Lu Chuan's career was not simple. Little commander, please come with me. After the lady at the front desk was stunned for a while, she decisively took Lu Chuan to take over the job transfer task. This is not the first time she has experienced something like this. She couldn't understand why Lu Chuan upgraded so quickly. But Lu Chuan completed 3 transformations in 1 month. He is definitely the strongest genius in the history of the human race. There is no need to sensationalize in such a way. If Lu Chuan wanted to accept the job transfer task, he must have reached level 90, and there was no need to verify it. 4th job transfer mission successfully received. Please host to win the first place in the competition among hundreds of schools. The access was really successful. The little commander only made 3 rounds this morning and was promoted to level 90 in the afternoon. Even though the lady at the front desk was mentally prepared, she was still shocked. I remember when Lu Junlin took 3 months to reach level 30. Moreover, Lu Chuan reached level 90 in just 1 month. Competition of 100 schools. Lu Chuan frowned slightly. The 100-school competition is a competition that only seniors can participate in, and as a freshman who has not yet started school, he would have to wait a few years to do so. However, after becoming the heaven-slaying god of war, taking the back door and participating as a freshman should not be a problem. As for whether the senior brothers would have any objections after occupying a quota, he didn't care. He has strength and background, so why should he bring glory to the Northern Military Academy? When Lu Junlin was young, he participated in the 100 schools competition as a sophomore, and participated twice more in his junior and senior years. As long as they are strong enough and can better bring glory to the school, the Northern Military Academy will definitely be happy with it. Northern Town Hall. The little commander's upgrade speed has always been very fast. I don't know if it can continue to be maintained after the 3rd level. The further you go, the more experience you need to upgrade. Even if you clear a high-level dungeon, you will gain more experience, but the upgrade speed will still slow down. However, the skills of the little commander are all beyond the limit. The stronger the teammates, the greater the effect they will have. When brushing the Rock Dragon's secret realm, the proportion of experience sharing will inevitably be very high. In addition, the Rock Dragon's secret realm is a large dungeon with 300 people. Maybe the little commander's upgrade speed will continue to be maintained. After a moment of discussion among the top human race officials, they quickly obtained the customs clearance records of the Rock Dragon's secret realm. The previous clearance record of Rock Dragon's secret realm was 4 hours and 30 minutes. After the little commander took action, I cleared the level for the first time in 1 hour and 28 minutes. The second time I cleared the level was 1 hour and 08 minutes, and the third time I cleared the level was 40 minutes and 43 seconds. On the 10th time, the clearance speed reached 20 minutes and 27 seconds, which is more than 4 hours faster than yesterday's clearance record. It seems that in the secret realm of Yanzhou, my son's contribution is very great, and the experience share must be very high. Lu Junlin was very pleased after analyzing it. Mr. Zhang echoed. And after the little commander cleared the Rock Dragon's secret realm 10 times, he stopped doing it. It is very likely that I have reached level 90 and will go to the job transfer temple to receive the job transfer mission. This is very likely. The senior human race officials all agreed with this statement. Based on their understanding of Lu Chuan, it was impossible for Lu Chuan to stop before dinner without reaching level 90. I'm back. Lu Chuan knocked on the door and walked into the Great Hall. The little commander has indeed reached level 90, and his 4-dimensional attributes have all reached 90,000, far exceeding those of his peers. After the detection operation, the senior human race officials all laughed. Lu Junlin said, "Son, after you reach level 90, will your level breaking skills be upgraded accordingly?" The intensity of Lu Chuan's skills is too high, all of them are at the highest level, breaking the limit. Even though Lu Chuan's attributes have improved greatly, compared with those limit-breaking skills, they are still not worth mentioning. Therefore, what he cares about most is naturally whether Lu Chuan's skills have become stronger. Good. After Lu Chuan nodded, the river god realm soon submerged everyone's feet. All attributes increased by 240%. After the little commander reached level 90, river god domain has indeed become stronger. Coupled with the equipment effects of the 3 emperor's swords, the little commander and the god of war can increase the attributes of our soldiers in the northern military region by 1,740%. The senior leaders of the human race felt their own changes and were all excited. Mr. Zhang said seriously, 1740% full attribute bonus, if other countries know about it, I'm afraid they will join forces to deal with us. Until the young commander has fully grown up, the matters concerning the young commander and the 3 emperor's swords must not be leaked out. Sha Lao Dao. Don't worry, we have been controlling the information about the little commander. But paper cannot keep fire. If the young commander wants to obtain more benefits, he will inevitably expose his own strength. The soul sacrifice battle not long ago is the best example. If the little commander does not use River God Realm and Nehi Realm, it is absolutely impossible to get 48 billion points. It's impossible for Blackfish to reach level 110 and transform into Kunpeng. The 5,000 college entrance examination students participating in the soul sacrifice battle come from all over the world. It is not easy to completely block the news. Fortunately, the little commander benefited everyone in the war for soul sacrifice and was kind to them. Coupled with the prestige of the northern military region, the people who participated in the war for soul sacrifice were extremely cooperative and signed a confidentiality agreement with us. And the people participating in the soul sacrifice battle are not of high levels. Even if someone leaks the secret, the little commander's level breaking skills will not be exposed. Lu Chuan's potential is too high. If it were a genius from another country, they would definitely not be able to sit still and would try their best to kill him off. Therefore, the information about Lu Chuan is the secret of the northern military region, and even the other 3 war gods of China are not qualified to know it. When Lu Chuan became the top scorer in the college entrance examination and was questioned by countless people, they had no intention of clarifying the matter and hoped that the misunderstanding would continue. Next is Legend of the River God. Lu Chuan randomly took out 19 items, all of which were copied into gold and silver. Including the gold and silver emperor's sword, the little commander's Legend of the River God can copy 20 items at the same time. Copying 20 items at the same time is probably not enough for the little commander alone. We can copy some of the most important treasures in the northern military region. If there is an emergency and the young commander cannot get away, we can use the copied treasures to deal with it. The top brass of the human race looked happy. Lu Chuan's Legend of the River God is too powerful. This skill alone can greatly increase the foundation of the northern military region. When the Sixth World War begins, Lu Chuan can copy the equipment of the other three gods of war and give other countries a big surprise. Next, Lu Chuan displayed all the elementalization Nehi Domain, Nehi Legend, Love River Domain, and Love River Legend. After the test, the senior human race officials were all shocked. The potential of the little commander is too strong. In just one afternoon, 7-level breaking skills have been improved. Elementalization is immune to 70% of physical damage, and it is also a group-type gain skill that breaks the limit. No matter how amazing the recovery ability is, the defense capabilities of the soldiers will be doubled. The additional damage bonus of Nehi Domain has reached 100%, which is the same as the actual damage value. When the war begins, Nehi Domain will cover all enemies, and the output of the little commander will be the sum of all of us. Legend of Nehi has also been improved, allowing the enemy to randomly forget 7 skills. With such an astonishing amount of forgetting, the enemy has a very high probability of forgetting key skills. If you encounter an opponent with few skills, you may not even be able to use the skills, and you will simply forget them all. Love Field can cause the enemy's skills to fail with a 50% probability. If you use 10 skills, half of them will fail. How can you fight this? It's so unbelievable. Love Field is also a group control skill. If it appears on the battlefield, the enemy will definitely be in chaos. After testing the Love Field, all the senior human race officials laughed. Mr. Shaw smiled and said, "Mr. Zhang, try the Love Field again. With your lust, the failure rate of the skill may double again, reaching 100%. Mr. Zhang was confused. During the last test, he almost fell in love and had some psychological shadow. Fang Laodao, Mr. Zhang, you are the only one who can double the effect of Love Field. In order to test the skill strength of Love Field, I can only give you a hard time. Don't be afraid, Mr. Zhang. With us here, nothing will happen. When it's done, I'll ask you to wash your feet. You can even rent the place." Everyone persuaded one after another. "Okay, in order to test the strength of the little commander's skills, I will risk my life." Zhang Lao gritted his teeth and took the initiative to enter the Love Field. Under the influence of the Love Field, he was in a trance, his eyes were blurred, and he was unable to think about anything else except love and love. In such a bad state, even fighting with fists would be a problem, let alone using skills. Seeing this scene, Lu Chuan decisively lifted the effect of Love Field. "It's so terrible." Mr. Zhang woke up suddenly, as if he had a nightmare, and his clothes were wet with cold sweat. "How do you feel?" Mr. Shaw asked quickly. "Being in the Love Field, my brain can't think at all, let alone use skills. In such a bad state, even if you think of a useful skill, the failure rate of the skill will reach 100%. Mr. Zhang is very afraid of the realm of love, just like a mouse seeing a cat." Fang Lao said, "Mr. Zhang, you have to go to Buddhism to study. If the young commander fights with you, he can easily win with just one skill. It's not just Mr. Zhang, as long as there is someone as lustful as Mr. Zhang, the young commander can use Love Field to win easily." All the senior human race officials laughed. Mr. Zhang said with emotion, "Fortunately, the young commander is one of our own." The Love Field was so terrifying that he never wanted to enter it again in his life. If Lu Chuan were from another country, he would definitely castrate himself without hesitation in order to compete with the Love Field. Next is Legend of the Love River. With a thought from Lu Chuan, Ihei condensed 6 pairs of arrows of true love, and 6 contracts were established in an instant. After a short test, the senior human race officials found that all 6 contracts were valid and were immediately overjoyed. 6 contracts, if they are all dog-licking contracts, there will be 6 people in our northern military region fighting each other. It's too strong. If the Japanese emperor becomes the licking dog of 6 people, Then the 6 people can chase the Japanese emperor and beat him so hard that the Japanese emperor doesn't dare to fight back. The senior leaders of the human race were excited just thinking about such a scene. They wished they could go to the Japanese capital right now and chase the Japanese emperor. However, Lu Chuan still has a lot of room for growth, and it is not the best time to start the Sixth World War. Before that, they had to endure it. Moreover, there are only 6 places to chase the Japanese emperor. If you want to increase the number of places, you have to let Lu Chuan continue to grow. Son, the northern military region has 7 sets of level 90 legendary suits. You choose one. As the commander-in-chief of the Northern Territory, Lu Junlin naturally wanted to give the best things to Lu Chuan. Moreover, Lu Chuan's potential is very strong. Even if he is not the queen of the god of war, he is still qualified to get the legendary suit. Good. Lu Chuan was not pretentious. After analyzing the attribute bonuses and equipment effects of the 7 legendary suits, he decisively chose the Deep Sea suit. Name: Deep Sea Helmet. Quality: Legend. Level requirement: 90. Physique plus 20,000. Spirit plus 30,000. Equipment effect: Spirit increased by 40%. Mana recovery speed increased by 40%. Name: Deep Sea Shoulder Armor. Quality: Legend. Level requirement: 90. Physique plus 20,000. Agility plus 30,000. Equipment effect: Reduce 40% of all attribute damage. Name: Deep Sea Breastplate. Name: Deep Sea Belt. Name: Boots of the Deep Sea. Equip 5 pieces of Deep Sea suits to activate the suit effects. Strength plus 50,000. Spirit plus 50,000. Agility plus 50,000. Physique plus 50,000. Set effect 1. Movement speed in water increased by 600%. Set effect 2. The recovery effect in water is increased by 600%. Set effect 3. You can teleport from 1 to 3,000 meters in the water every 5 minutes and become invisible for 1 minute. The equipment in the Deep Sea suit is very effective, but it has many restrictions and must be in the water to be effective. If the length of the water area is less than 3,000 meters, the maximum teleportation distance of suit effect 3 will also be affected. Therefore, very few people choose the Deep Sea suit. Those without military exploits cannot afford it, while those with military exploits look down upon it. There are good choices. And Lu Chuan has River God Realm, which complements the Deep Sea suit with many restrictions, and can achieve the effect of 1 + 1 greater than 2. My younger self, did you lose the gold Deep Sea suit, the silver Deep Sea suit, or the ordinary Deep Sea suit? After the chanting ends, the attribute bonuses and equipment effects of the gold and silver Deep Sea suit are doubled. An ordinary Deep Sea suit can increase Lu Chuan's total attributes by 450,000. The attribute bonus and equipment effect of the gold Deep Sea suit are 5 times that of the ordinary version. After Lu Chuan put it on, his total attributes increased by 2,250,000 points. My total attributes are only 360,000, and the gold Deep Sea suit has increased all my attributes by 2,250,000. If I use River God Domain and increase all attributes by another 240%, my total attributes will reach 6,264,000. Moreover, the equipment effect of the Deep Sea suit has also been increased by 5 times, the movement speed in the water is increased by 3,000%, and the recovery effect is increased by 3,000%. You can teleport between 1 and 15,000 meters in the water every 5 minutes and become invisible for 5 minutes. Even if I don't stop the cooldown time of the suit, the invisibility effect of suit effect 3 can continue forever. Lu Chuan clenched his fists. This feeling of skyrocketing attributes was even stronger than upgrading. As for the ordinary Deep Sea suit, he would still wear it even if he didn't wear it. When one day he needs to use the teleportation skill of the Deep Sea suit, he will continue to refresh the cooldown of the suit's effect by copying it. Legend of the River God is indeed amazing. Putting on the gold Deep Sea suit, the little commander's attributes far exceed those of other level 90 professionals. Just one suit has such a big improvement. If the suit and the 10 sword weapons of the God of War are all made of gold, the attribute bonus will be even more terrifying. Observing the changes in Lu Chuan's attributes, the senior human race officials were shocked. Lu Junlin asked, "Son, what is your 4th level mission?" Lu Xuandao, winning the first place in the competition among hundreds of schools. Mr. Zhang said in surprise, "The 100 schools competition. The people participating in the 100 schools competition are usually senior students. And the young commander has just completed the college entrance examination, and there is still some time before school starts." Mr. Shaw immediately said, "So what if there is a period of time? Just start school early, it's just a matter of words. As for participating in the 100 school competition, it's even easier. The little commander is as high as level 90, wearing a gold deep-sea suit, and controlling a level 110 Kunpeng battle pet. If Commander Rang represents the Northern Military Academy in the competition, he will surely win the first place, increase the reputation of the Northern Military Academy and attract more new students." Lu Junlin agreed. "Rules are dead, people are alive. As long as you are strong enough, you don't have to be a senior to participate in the 100 schools competition. I think I participated in the 100 school competition when I was a sophomore, and I participated twice more in my junior and senior years, a total of 3 times. My son has reached level 90 in just 1 month. He is several times stronger than I was back then. It will not be a problem for him to participate in the 100 schools competition as a freshman." As the future of China, Lu Chuan cannot allow any delay in his upgrade speed. He cannot just go from freshman to senior year because of the rules of the 100 schools competition, wasting 4 years. Therefore, everyone's opinions were very unified, and they all planned to let Lu Chuan participate in the 100 school competition as a freshman. Northern Military Academy. School actually started early. The school leaders were a little confused. Starting school early means that teachers and school leaders have to go to work early, and naturally some people are unwilling to do so. However, starting school early was an order issued by war god Zontian. They did not dare to disobey it and could only carry it out honestly. The Northern Military Academy starts early, maybe we can see Lu Chuan. Lu Ruyan's heart beat faster just thinking about it. After seeing Lu Chuan's upgrade speed, her pursuit became even more determined. Before school started, she had few opportunities to interact with Lu Chuan. After finally waiting until school started, she had to show off her skills and catch Lu Chuan. Principal's office. Lu Chuan came here directly after the freshman registration and did not waste time at the freshman ceremony. The principal said, "Little commander, the 100 schools competition is a team system, and you must form a team of 5 people to participate. This is this year's candidate team. You can choose anyone to join. With your strength, you can replace anyone in these teams." Regarding Lu Chuan's situation, Lu Junlin had explained it to him in advance. Otherwise, with his upright character, it would be impossible for Lu Chuan to participate in the 100 schools competition, even after becoming the god of war. Facing this young man who reached level 90 at the age of only 18, he sincerely admired him. This is definitely the strongest genius in human history, bar none. Lu Chuan quickly flipped through the candidate list. Pei Yuyan, this name seems familiar. The principal smiled and said, "Pei Yuyan is a disciple of the Tianjin sword sect and has a connection with you. She happens to be missing someone in her team, so it's just right for you to join her." As Lu Junlin was the strongest man in China, naturally countless people wanted to worship him as their teacher. In order to accommodate these disciples, Lu Junlin specially established the Tianjin sword sect, which is called the Holy Land of Swordsmanship by the world. Pei Yuyanzuo's profession is an SSS-level Peach Blossom Sword Immortal, so he is naturally qualified to join the Heaven-Slashing Sword sect. It turned out to be her. After the principal's reminder, Lu Chuan finally thought about it. Pei Yuyan was accepted as a disciple by Lu Junlin, so she was naturally outstanding. If you join Pei Yuyan's team, you can win more easily. Moreover, after the selection, the 100 school competition will be held in a competitive copy. Forming a team with Pei Yuyan can also benefit his father's disciples and maximize the benefits. The principal said, "Little commander, after you think about it, I will tell Pei Yuyan. Even if Pei Yuyan doesn't know your strength, for the sake of Zontian War God, she will happily accept you. I've thought about it, tell her in advance." Lu Chuan nodded. Okay. The principal was very excited. Pei Yuyan and Lu Chuan joined forces, and the Northern Military Academy will definitely become the first place in the competition of 100 schools. At the same time, a large arena was filled with people. Because it was so popular, people who didn't know it thought it was an official competition. Pei Yuyan was in the center of the arena, selecting the last teammate in a practical way. She has both auxiliary and damage-oriented professions in the team, but is missing a defensive profession, so the test for joining the team is to catch her 10 swords. But as an SSS level profession, she is also a sword-type profession with one of the best output abilities. Even if she only receives 10 swords, she still stumps countless senior students. It's too difficult to become Pei Yuyan's teammate. Even SS-level defensive professionals may not be able to succeed in the team assessment. Wait a minute, the 100-school competition requires 5 people to participate, and this involves the rules of competitive dungeons. As time goes by, Pei Yuyan will naturally relax the difficulty of joining the team and we will still have a chance. Pei Yuyan's requirements are already very low. She only needs to receive 10 swords. If you want to blame us, we are too weak. Are we weak? Pei Yuyan is clearly too strong. The senior students were talking a lot, and basically all wanted to become Pei Yuyan's teammates. There may not be one SSS-level professional among tens of billions of people. As an SSS-level Peach Blossom Sword Fairy, Pei Yuyan is definitely the strongest student in the Northern Military Academy, bar none. As long as you team up with Pei Yuyan, your chances of winning the competition among hundreds of schools will be very high. Chang. There was a deafening sound of metal collision, and Pei Yuyan pinched her sword finger and knocked an SS-level senior student off the ring. Another person failed the assessment. His profession is SS-level Earth Shield Guard, and his defense power is very strong. But when Pei Yuyan used the 7th sword, he still couldn't hold on. The senior students were lamenting. Even the SS-level Earth Shield Guard could only hold 7 swords. Many people lost confidence because of this and did not dare to try Pei Yuyan's team entrance examination. Captain, should we relax the requirements appropriately? The selection of participating teams will begin soon. We have basically tried all the defensive professionals who want to join our team, but no one can take on your 10 swords. Many excellent defensive professions form teams with others directly after failing the assessment. If we don't compromise, our team will be like an older leftover, missing out on a lot of outstanding teammates, and it's possible that we may even be unable to participate in the 100-school competition. Zhou Yu was very anxious. With Pei Yuyan here, the Northern Military Academy has a very high chance of winning the competition among hundreds of schools. Even if the 5th person is weaker, she doesn't think it's a big problem, as long as he meets the conditions for participating in the 100 schools competition. There is no need to select any more, our team is full. Pei Yuyan stood with a sword in hand, just like the fairy of the Moon Palace. Her appearance and temperament were top-notch, and many people who saw her for the first time were stunned. Pei Yuyan's 5th teammate has been decided, will it be me? Although no one can catch Pei Yuyan's 10 swords, everyone knows who can catch the most swords. After trying all the defensive professions, Pei Yuyan will definitely choose the one with the strongest defensive ability. The senior students were all excited, hoping that Pei Yuyan would call their names. Captain, Wang Erhe can catch 9 swords and almost completes the assessment. Is he our 5th teammate? Zhou Yu asked. Although Wang Erhe joined another team after failing the assessment, as long as Pei Yuyan opens his mouth, Wang Erhe will rebel on the spot. Pei Yuyan said, our 5th teammate is the little commander. She didn't know Lu Chuan's strength, but as a disciple of the Tianzhan sword sect, Lu Junlin naturally had to give him face. Even if Lu Chuan has no fighting ability and is just a vase, she is still willing to take Lu Chuan to participate in the 100 schools competition. With her strength, even if she has one less opponent, she still has hope of winning the title. The 5th teammate is the little commander. Captain, are you serious? As far as I know, the young commander just completed the college entrance examination not long ago. If the Northern Military Academy hadn't started early, he wouldn't even be a freshman. Zhou Yu was stunned. As a freshman, how can Lu Chuan compete with seniors? Even if Lu Chuan's profession is SSS level, it is still very difficult. Moreover, their team lacks defensive occupations, and Lu Chuan's occupation is river god. It is not clear whether he has defensive skills. Even if Lu Chuan is very strong, there will still be problems with their lineup. Captain, think about it again. The 100 School competition is about competitive dungeons and the honor of the Northern Military Academy. It must not be trivial. The 100 Schools competition is usually attended by senior students. Even if the junior commander participates, he is looking for abuse. There is no need to do so. Furthermore, Commander-in-Chief is only a freshman this year. You can wait until your senior year to participate in the 100 Schools competition. There is no need to rush. The other two teammates couldn't sit still anymore and tried to persuade Pei Yuyan. The young commander is a descendant of the god of war, and the principal initiated the formation of the team. No matter how strong the little commander is, I will lead him. If you have any objections to the young commander, please leave the team on your own. Pei Yuyan's attitude was very firm. This, Zhou Yu and others all choked. If Pei Yuyan wasn't strong enough, they would really quit the team because of this sentence. With the captain's strength, even if there is a burden, there is still hope of winning the title, but it will be much more difficult. Thinking like this, Zhou Yu felt better. Pei Yuyan's fifth teammate is actually the junior commander. Pei Yuyan has very high requirements for her teammates, otherwise with her strength, she would have gathered 5 of them long ago. But as a freshman, how can the little commander help the upcoming 100 Schools competition? Why did she do this? And Pei Yuyan did not hesitate to break up with the other 3 teammates in order to form a team with the young commander. This is so outrageous. The senior students were all stunned. They put in a lot of effort to pass Pei Yuyan's team entry assessment. And Lu Chuan did nothing. He was still a freshman and directly became Pei Yuyan's teammate. He also asked Pei Yuyan to defend him like this. How could they accept this? Is it possible that if you have a good father, you can really do whatever you want? Zhao Long said, Captain, you are a disciple of the god of war, so you should have the contact information of the young commander, right? As our teammates, the young commander needs to get in touch in advance to understand each other's strengths. I'm already here. Lu Chuan walked onto the ring. Hello, little commander, my name is Pei Yuyan, my profession is SSS level Peach Blossom Sword Immortal, level 95. Pei Yuyan was very enthusiastic. After she took the lead, the other 3 also began to introduce themselves. My name is Zhao Long. I am an SS level melee mage. I am a senior this year and my level is 83. My name is Zhou Yu, my profession is SS level Holy Priest, level 81. My name is Zhang Biao, my profession is SS level Machine Gunner, level 83. Zhou Yu and Zhang Biao's attitudes were relatively calm, while Zhao Long's words, senior year this year, were a bit explosive. According to the previous rules, all senior students will participate in the 100 Schools competition. Lu Chuan was a freshman and had to form a team with them, so he was naturally a little unhappy. If it weren't for Pei Yuyan's strength and Lu Chuan's father being the god of war, he would have cursed her long ago. Good. Lu Chuan nodded, very satisfied with the levels of the 4 people. Zhao Long, Zhou Yu, and Zhang Biao are all SS level professionals. They can be promoted to level 80 or above in their senior year. This upgrade has exceeded 95% of their peers. As an SSS level professional, Pei Yuyan has completed the 4th level and has reached level 95. She is worthy of being a disciple of the Tianzhan sword sect. Good. Zhao Long rolled his eyes with disdain. I was promoted to level 83 in my senior year, and one of your junior students actually gave me a good evaluation. Is it possible that you, a freshman, are sure that your grade will be higher than mine in your senior year? With this in mind, he planned to let Lu Chuan recognize the gap between the strong and the weak. Little commander, I want to compete with you to better understand each other's strengths. Zhang Biao frowned and said, Zhao Long, the young commander has just entered school. You, a senior student, are competing with freshmen. Isn't it too bullying? He was afraid that Zhao Long would act carelessly and accidentally hurt Lu Chuan. With Pei Yuyan's attitude, even if the god of war Zontian didn't take action, Zhao Long wouldn't be able to survive. Don't worry, I'm measured. If possible, I just won't fight back. Zhao Long was very confident in his own strength. As a freshman, Lu Chuan had a problem whether he could reach level 10 in just 1 month. He was level 83 and level 10. Even if he was not a defensive profession, Lu Chuan would not be able to hurt him at all. Lu Chuan said, since this is a competition, how can there be no reason not to fight back? You don't have to care about my status as a freshman. Only by knowing yourself and the enemy can you be victorious in every battle. He also wants to get to know his teammates better through actual combat. Are you crazy? As a freshman, the young commander actually accepted Zhao Long's discussion in public. Isn't this just looking for torture? What do you know? After becoming the god of war, the young commander naturally wants to save face. How can he refuse Zhao Long's discussion? If Zhao Long really takes action, how many moves do you think the young commander can sustain? Everyone around laughed. The young commander is too impulsive, how can he accept Zhao Long's discussion casually? Pei Yuyan was a little worried. Zhao Long and Lu Chuan are teammates who fight side by side. If Lu Chuan can't even beat one of Zhao Long's hands, how will he face the next 100 school competition? Even if he doesn't mind Lu Chuan's weakness, Lu Chuan will inevitably suffer more criticism. Little commander, my level is much higher than yours, you have to be careful. After Zhao Long set a scare, he rushed towards Lu Chuan with his right fist unhurriedly. At level 83, a newcomer who has just awakened his profession will be killed if he is not careful, so he naturally needs to be more cautious. In this competition, all he needs to do is let others know that his teammates are bad. When the time comes that he will not be able to win the top spot in the 100 schools competition, others will be able to understand why. The best case scenario is that Lu Chuan recognizes the gap between himself and the seniors and voluntarily gives up the 100 school competition. You can let go a little bit. Lu Chuan directly punched Zhao Long. The amazing strength made Zhao Long retreat nearly 10 steps before he stabilized his figure. Is this the strength that a freshman can achieve? Zhao Long was a little confused. The punch he just punched did release a lot of water, and it was definitely more than enough to make a new student suffer a little. As a result, Lu Chuan easily caught his punch and made him take nearly 10 steps back. And he could feel that Lu Chuan, like himself, was not using all his strength and was holding back. It's only been a month since he awakened and he's already so powerful. The little commander is truly amazing. After Zhao Long praised him, he attacked Lu Chuan again. No matter how strong he was, Lu Chuan could easily follow him. In the blink of an eye, he threw hundreds of punches, unleashing all 75,000 points of his strength attribute. But Lu Chuan was still able to catch his fist and force him back nearly 10 steps. Fake, it's fake. Is it possible that I have to use a skill on a freshman? Zhao Long became more and more shocked as he fought, unable to see through Lu Chuan at all. Facing other freshmen, even without using a single skill, he can easily defeat a large number of them just by relying on his own attributes. And Lu Chuan, like him, never used a single skill from beginning to end, but he was able to suppress him steadily. Is it possible that Lu Chuan's attributes are higher than his? What happened? Why were all Zhao Long's fists taken down by the little commander? As a freshman, the young commander still looks like he is at ease even after taking hundreds of punches from Zhao Long. This is so fake. Moreover, the young commander and Zhao Long were fighting hand to hand without even using a single skill. A freshman has higher attributes than a senior. How is this possible? But every punch Zhao Long throws is accompanied by strong energy. It doesn't look like a fake punch. I can only say that Zhao Long's acting skills are so good. If the results weren't so outrageous, I would probably believe it. The audience were all dumbfounded. Many people felt that Zhao Long and Lu Chuan were putting on a show and wanted to use this method to reduce the criticism of participating in the 100 school competition as freshmen. Zhou Yu asked in surprise, what is going on? Why can the young commander suppress Zhao Long? When Zhao Long was discussing with Lu Chuan, she was always highly focused and ready to rescue Lu Chuan at any time to avoid accidents. As a result, Zhao Long didn't even have a chance to hurt Lu Chuan, and was suppressed by Lu Chuan all the time. Pei Yuyan smiled and said, let's end the competition here. There are too many people here and exposing our skills in advance will not be conducive to the upcoming 100 schools competition. She is as high as level 95, so you can naturally see how strong Lu Chuan is. Lu Chuan is only 18 years old, but he has already surpassed level 83 Zhao Long in terms of attributes. When the 100 school competition begins, he will definitely play an extremely huge role. Because the result of this battle was so shocking, word quickly spread throughout the Northern Military Academy, causing considerable turmoil. Zhao Long, a senior, actually lost to Lu Chuan, a freshman. That's too fake. Zhao Long is among the best among the seniors. How could he lose to a freshman? Not to mention a freshman, even a junior can't defeat Zhao Long, but the little commander did it. Even the god of war can't defeat a senior student in his freshman year. Is it possible that the young commander is stronger than the god of war who cut the sky back then? This is probably the same as the little commander's college entrance examination score. It is the god of war who is killing the sky to build momentum for the little commander. It's just that this method of building momentum is too outrageous and completely illogical. Who would believe it if it were spread? The senior students were talking a lot and did not believe the outcome of this battle. Especially students who know something about Zhao Long's strength. Class 1, Freshman. Lu Chuan defeated a senior student. Lu Ruyan was shocked when he learned the news. When everyone was attending the opening ceremony, Lu Chuan suddenly did something big. The person the young commander defeated was not an ordinary senior student, but the extremely powerful Zhao Long. As far as I know, Zhao Long has always been ranked in the top 10 of all levels, and he is a level 83 melee mage. And in the process of defeating Zhao Long, the little commander did not summon the level 110 Kunpeng. Tang Yu grew up in the northern military region since he was a child, and has all his connections here. Naturally, he knows more things than Lu Ruyan. Since strong people attract each other, she formed a fixed team with Lu Ruyan and Xia Yubing, spawning monsters together every day and leveling up together. Lu Ruyan said, defeat a level 83 melee mage without summoning Kunpeng. Is it possible that Lu Chuan has already reached level 90 and is just short of completing the 4th job transfer task? She knew very well that Lu Chuan's strength was group assistance, not solo fighting. It is absolutely impossible to defeat Zhao Long in hand-to-hand combat without level and equipment advantages. The candidate list for the 100 schools competition has been announced, and the young commander's name is actually on the list. The 100 school competition is obviously a competition that only seniors can participate in, but the little commander actually participated as a freshman. You are also a freshman, and the little commander is already bringing glory to the school. Are you sure you want to bring glory to the school? As a freshman, the young commander is competing on the same stage with a group of senior students. He is just looking for abuse. Lu Chuan's classmates were all shocked. Lu Chuan is going to participate in the 100 schools competition as a freshman. Lu Ruyan's eyes lit up, feeling that her opportunity had come. When Lu Chuan finishes the game, he can give one to the opponent like a little fangirl. 3 days later, the selection competition for the 100 schools competition was held as scheduled. Since there are too many teams that want to participate in the 100 school competition, each school will select the most suitable team through a team competition. Pei Yuyan, your 5th team member is actually a freshman. Zhang Erhe found it a little funny. 3 days ago, he caught Pei Yuyan's 9th sword and broke everyone's record, but he still couldn't join Pei Yuyan's team. I thought that after a while, Pei Yuyan would take the initiative to come to the door. As a result, Pei Yuyan found the 5th team member without saying a word. He was a freshman and had nothing to do with defensive professionals. Is it possible that in Pei Yuyan's eyes, he is not as good as freshman Lu Chuan? It's also said that Lu Chuan's father is the god of war, and as a disciple of the god of war, Pei Yuyan had to take Lu Chuan to participate in the 100 schools competition. Pei Yuyan, how can you compete with me when you are carrying a burden? When the trials begin, my team will definitely be number 1 in the Northern Military Academy. His captain is named Han Tian, and he is the 2nd strongest student in the Northern Military Academy. With such a strong leader leading the team, the possibility of defeating Pei Yuyan's team is very high. In the first round, Pei Yuyan's team versus Zhao Zisheng's team. After the broadcast ended, the two teams quickly boarded the ring. Pei Yuyan is the strongest student in the Northern Military Academy, and the person who can form a team with her must be one of the best in the Northern Military Academy. If you want to defeat the weak with the strong, you must find loopholes. And the young commander who has just entered school is the biggest flaw of Pei Yuyan's team. As long as we attack the little commander together, the others will most likely be in chaos, giving us a chance to win. As the captain, Zhao Zisheng is discussing tactics with his teammates. The captain is right, No matter how good the young commander is, he is only a freshman and will definitely be much weaker than the other 4. As for the rumors of defeating Zhao Long, they are mostly used to confuse the public and prevent us from using such tactics. However, after the young commander becomes the god of war, if he is killed by accident, he will definitely be devastated. You must be more careful when you take action later. The other 4 people all recognized Zhao Zisheng's tactics and planned to target Lu Chuan as soon as the fight started. The game begins. After the referee blew the whistle, Zhao Zisheng immediately moved. An extremely astonishing cold air erupted from his palm, like an iceberg pressing down on him. At the same time, the other 4 people also used their strongest skills, all targeting Lu Chuan. Are you treating me like a soft persimmon? Lu Chuan smiled and slapped Zhao Zisheng directly. Is this person crazy? As a freshman, he dares to use his body to meet my skills. Zhao Zisheng was stunned, fearing that Lu Chuan's entire arm would explode. But in order to win, he struck so fast that he didn't even have time to stop. The little commander is too arrogant. He has no idea how big the gap between freshman and senior is. Zhao Zisheng is quite unlucky enough to meet such a distinguished person like Leng Tuking. The onlookers felt that both Lu Chuan and Zhao Zisheng were doomed. But the expected rupture of his arm did not happen. Instead, Zhao Zisheng fell back several hundred meters before barely regaining his balance. But Lu Chuan still stood there, his expression not even changing. Is it fake? The little commander didn't use any of his skills. He broke my skills with just his physical strength. Zhao Zisheng couldn't believe his eyes. Gathering fire on one person. Are we pretending we don't exist? Pei Yuyan pinched her sword finger, and the mighty sword energy rushed out like a long river, instantly forcing the other 4 people back. At the same time, Zhao Long and Zhang Biao also took action, beating Zhao Zisheng and others to the point where they were unable to fight back. Admit defeat. We admit defeat. Zhao Zisheng knew that there was no hope of winning, so he decisively chose to admit defeat. Pei Yuyan's team is too strong, with no flaws at all. As the strongest captain, he couldn't beat anyone, let alone the other 4 teammates. If you continue to fight hard, you are just looking for abuse. In the first round, Pei Yuyan's team wins. After the referee announced the result, everyone was excited. You win now. Pei Yuyan is the strongest student in the Northern Military Academy. Anyone who can form a team with her must be one of the best among the seniors. It is normal to win easily. But the little commander's strength is abnormal. As a freshman, he destroyed Zhao Zisheng's ice palm without even using his skills. Even I can't do such an outrageous thing, let alone a freshman. Is it possible that the commander-in-chief's victory over Zhao Long is true and not just to create momentum? But it's too outrageous for a freshman to defeat a senior. Who would believe it if they hadn't seen it with their own eyes? The senior students were all confused. When Lu Chuan defeated Zhao Long, neither side used skills. It makes sense that Zhao Long deliberately lost to Lu Chuan due to his acting skills. But Zhao Zisheng attacked Lu Chuan, even using the strongest ice palm, and under the witness of everyone, he was punched to pieces by Lu Chuan, and ice shards were splashed everywhere. This is not something that can only be achieved by good acting skills. To accomplish such a feat, it is not enough to just rely on external forces. Lu Chuan must have real abilities. The little commander is so strong, even if his opponents are all seniors, he can still stand out. Xia Yubing was extremely shocked. Tang Yu said with emotion, the little commander has never used any skills from the beginning to the end. If Kunpeng is summoned, this battle pet alone can crush Zhao Zisheng's team. If it were us, even if the 3 of us join forces, we might not be Zhao Zisheng's opponent. Lu Chuan is out of the ring, I have to bring him water quickly. Lu Ruyan transformed into a little fangirl, holding a bottle of mineral water and rushed towards Lu Chuan. Ruyan, wait for me. Xia Yubing and Tang Yu followed closely. During the Battle of Soul Sacrifice, Lu Chuan helped them so much, so naturally he wanted to repay them by sending water. However, Lu Chuan's popularity was so high that freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and senior girls were all vying to bring water to Lu Chuan. Lu Chuan was surrounded as soon as he stepped off the ring, and the competition was very fierce. Headache. Lu Chuan smiled helplessly. Fortunately, as the minor commander of the Northern Territory, he has a very high status. As long as he wants to leave, no one dares to block his way, otherwise he will have to waste a lot of time to escape. Why is Lu Chuan so popular? Lu Ruyan was very distressed. As the legitimate daughter of the Lu family in the imperial capital, she was just like a little fangirl, vying to bring water to Lu Chuan. The key point is that she squeezed for a long time, but the water was not delivered to Lu Chuan's hands yet, so the squeeze was in vain. The appearance, background, potential, and strength of the young commander are all top-notch. It is normal for the competition to be fierce. Instead of being a licking dog that he doesn't care about, it's better to strengthen yourself to attract his attention. Xia Yubing and Tang Yu both sighed. Second round, Han Tian's team battle. The team competition was still going on, and Han Tian's team defeated their opponents easily with an invincible appearance. Han Tian is worthy of being the second strongest student in the Northern Military Academy. If he joins forces with Pei Yuyan, the probability of the Northern Military Academy winning the top spot will definitely be greater. But there is no room for two tigers in one mountain. Han Tian and Pei Yuyan have been fighting for the first place for so long. They can't join forces casually. If nothing else happens, Han Tian and Pei Yuyan will meet in the finals. Everyone is looking forward to the next finals. Most of the teams have no intention of competing with Han Tian and Pei Yuyan for the championship. As long as they can rank in the top 4 and have the qualifications to enter the 100 school competition. In the following games, Pei Yuyan's team and Han Tian's team made great progress and soon met in the finals. During this process, Lu Chuan never used any skills. He crushed all his opponents with just his physical strength. His effect was even greater than that of Zhao Long and Zhang Biao. The finals have begun, and Pei Yuyan and Han Tian really met in the finals. The little commander is really awesome. He made it all the way to the finals without even using his skills. It's outrageous. The little commander's professional river god must be in the water to use his skills. And there isn't even a drop of water in the arena. I guess the little commander won't be able to use any of his skills. Everyone admired Lu Chuan very much. As a freshman, Lu Chuan is more effective than the top leaders Zhao Long and Zhang Biao without using skills. Looking at the entire history of the human race, there is no freshman who can compare with Lu Chuan. Be careful, little commander. Han Tian's profession is an SS-level berserker. He is a type that can carry and fight. The more he fights, the braver he becomes. Zhou Yu gave a reminder and decisively used Holy Light Armor to increase everyone's attributes by 70%. Since Holy Light Armor is not a level-breaking skill, there was a diminishing effect when used on Lu Chuan and Pei Yuyan. The 60% gain in all attributes is still acceptable. Lu Chuan felt the changes in himself carefully. After wearing the gold deep sea suit, his total attributes reached 2,610,000, and the 60% increase in all attributes was very impressive. If the next decisive battle is difficult, his river god domain can also increase all his attributes by 240%. Zhou Yu is indeed the strongest assistant in the senior year. Just one skill can increase the attributes of 5 people by 70%. After Han Tian praised Zhou Yu, he decisively launched a charge against Zhou Yu. After the previous games, Lu Chuan was no longer the weak point of Pei Yuyan's team, so he was not his primary target. It is definitely everyone's consensus to kill the auxiliary first in a team battle. Otherwise, Zhou Yu would keep restoring blood to his teammates and using buff skills like crazy, and they would have a very hard time fighting. Don't even think about it. Pei Yuyan waved the sword in her hand, and the mighty sword energy surged out like a long river, and the deafening sound of breaking through the air was like thunder. Earth barrier. Zhang Erhe reacted very quickly, and the hard rock rose up like a city wall, blocking Pei Yuyan's attack. Pei Yuyan, I can block your 9 swords, and the time of 9 swords is enough for Han Tian to eliminate Zhou Yu. Zhang Erhe laughed. This is a tactic they have discussed long ago. Only by creating a numerical difference as quickly as possible can they have a chance to win. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.